Welcome to Wildcat Gym for district tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Girls first, boys second. Different opponents for these teams, but they definitely count tonight. This is what the teams, have been waiting for and working for. And after finishing second in the regular season, the Lovington girls are looking to hopefully put Artesia away and move on. Winner goes home or stays home. The loser stays home or goes home, and the winner moves on to play on Friday night for the district tournament championship. And I know that a lot of people don't understand, why do we have a regular season championship and a regular district season championship and then turn around and then have a district tournament? Some people feel like that's not necessary. Others defend that. The NMAA is always like that, and I guess the schools do as well. And so that's what they've stuck with. However, the format for the district tournament changes maybe from year to year, because the NMAA leaves it up to the districts to determine their own format. As long as they have a district tournament, the NMAA doesn't care really how they do it, how you do it. And so sometimes the nights change, the format changes, but it all means that there is a district crown, a district tournament crown, and that's part of the data that goes into the matrix to determine the seedings and who makes the playoffs and goes into the state tournament, TJ.
Well, it does. And the new format this year, at least in District 4 4A for years, Tuesday night was the 4th seed played at the 3rd seed. Then the winner of that game went to play at the number 2 seed on Thursday generally. And then Friday or Saturday, the winner of that game would play the number 1 seed. This year, they've decided to make it a little more tournament-like, if you will, with 1 playing 4 and 2 playing 3, and this being the 2-3 game. And, you mentioned a lot of things going into what happens on Selection Sunday, which is coming up on Sunday. Well, these games for these two teams especially are important. For a lot of teams, it's, okay, whatever, not a lot's going to change. But you've got the Lovington Lady Cats right now in the Max Preps and the coaches poll sitting at number 8, which means they would get a home game. That would be important.
That's right.
Coming up on Friday the 7th. On the opposite side of things, you've got Artesia, who is at number 16, which means they are right on the bubble for getting in or not. So Lovington, important to win this game, so you've got a shot at getting that home game. I think if Lovington were not to prevail tonight, probably no way they're getting a home game. It'll be a road game. And looking at that, either Hope Christian or Powake more than likely. And for Artesia, they lose this game, I'm not sure they get in if any weirdness happens anywhere else in any of the other district tournaments.
Well, right now Artesia is 3rd in District 4 4A, but they're ranked number 16 in New Mexico 4A all the way around. Now, the rankings are one thing. The rankings are a little fluid, and they're not set in stone, and they're just one thing and one piece of the puzzle. But they do indicate about where their seeding would be within 1 or 2 places usually when it comes to time to do the seedings. Of course, you've got to play the games first and see the outcome of the games. Very important. But looking at it right now, you're right, TJ. Number 16 in 4A, they're well out of the. They're probably just they're on the tail end of that. That's the bubble, the tail end of what qualifies and what doesn't. So
16 teams in each classification.
Exactly.
So that would squeak them in. Now, their only good news for Artesia is they are ahead in the district standings of Goddard. Now, if Goddard were to go on and upset Portales tonight and then beat one of these teams, then it becomes a whole
really different kettle of fish.
That could really knock Artesia down. And you say, oh, well, that's never going to happen. Well, we saw it happen on the boys' side 5 years ago. I remember I called the games because it was Lovington who went in and was just, looking dead in the water, and then went on a run. And in getting the district tournament champion, by the way, gets an automatic seed into the state tournament.
That's right.
And Lovington knocked off Portales, then went and knocked off Goddard, and then went and knocked off Artesia. And in doing so, it knocked Goddard and Portales out because they were bubble teams who, if Lovington does not win that Artesia game, and this is 5 years ago,
they would not have made the state tournament.
They would not have made the state tournament.
But as it is, they did win, and they did make it. So these things can happen. Upsets happen, and this scenario, we mentioned these possibilities right now.
And weird things tend to happen, too, in that southern district with Santa Teresa and and some of those, it seems like the team that wins district there never wins the district tournament. And those teams, I think the highest rated one is like 12 or 13.
Right.
And so if one that's, down around 2021 all of a sudden picks off the district tournament, well, that's one fewer spot for whoever's at the bottom on the bubble.
Yeah, and it can move a 15 or a 16 team down out of the playoff contention, so a possibility. So, yeah, a lot of things are possible. Really what it all boils down to it tonight is Artesia would love to win because they're going to try to get themselves, for sure into the state tournament and all, so they, while their motivation might be more, they have less to lose. The Lovington girls at number 8, have a pretty solid, they're looking at making that first round of the state tournament.
Yeah,
however,
I think they will be seeded.
But it all depends. Safe. The higher you're seeded, though, they're trying to get a home game. They're trying to win this game and then maybe knock off Portales and, get the automatic berth and then also get a higher seed so that they can get a home game here for that play-in game. And that play-in game for everybody is a must-win. You can come in the number 1 team unbeaten all season, and if you don't win the play-in game to the state tournament, you're done.
Yeah, it used to be called the regional playoff game,
right.
And so now it's just the first round of the state tournament, or that play-in game, if you will, to get yourself into the quarterfinals, and it's a whole lot happier when you get to play at home, and it's been a long time since the Lady Cats had a home playoff game.
That's right, and they are looking to try to nail that down tonight with a win. Now, saying that, they're coming off of just a terrible bruising loss to Portales. It was painful on Friday night as they just did not look like themselves. And even though Portales is an excellent team, they can make anybody look bad. Still, the Lady Cats just did not play anywhere near what they're capable of in that game. And they had lost to Portales already, in the season, but not by that margin. They lost 15-55 on Friday here at Wildcat Gym, and that may become the best thing that happened to them all season. We'll have to see, because it could, one of two things will happen. It will snap them out of it and into, the reality of, hey, if we don't play better than that, we're not going to beat Artesia. And then we may still make state tournament. We're going to be way down in the seedings and have to travel in that first game. So let's hope that that's exactly what happened, that it becomes a super motivator for them and that they come in and they play the kind of basketball that we've watched them improve and grow into all season and really over the last 2 seasons, TJ. So looking for this, they know they've beaten Artesia in Artesia. So that's
never an easy thing to do.
Exactly, never an easy thing to do, no matter the state of an Artesia, no matter what sport it is. Basketball, baseball, softball, football, doesn't matter. Tiddlywinks, Artesia is going to be competitive, and Lovington and Artesia are going to, always, have the contentiousness, between them. So, and I don't say trouble, I just mean they're just super competitive with each other. So that's the scene that we set for you tonight as we come into this. And as the warm-up continues, we are going to take a break and come back and run down the rosters, continue to set the scene and set up this game, as we have about 5.5 minutes left on the pregame clock. And with no game before this, we should be on time with this game. It is Lovington versus Artesia at Wildcat Gym District Tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym for district tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan along with TJ Miracle and getting ready for Lovington versus Artesia. It's number 2 versus number 3 in District 4-4A. Lovington coming in 15-11 on the season, 3-3 in district. They are ranked 8th in New Mexico 4A, and they last lost to Portales this last Friday night. All right, Artesia girls come in at 10-15 on the season. They are 2-4 in district, ranked 3rd in district. They are ranked 16th in New Mexico 4A, and they're coming off of a win against Goddard. They beat Goddard 56-41 under head coach C. Pollard. Candace Pollard, thank you. That's why I was looking toward you. I could not remember her full name.
It's been so many years since we weren't saying Coach Jeff Hodling that it's like,
wait a minute.
It was like, wait a minute. The pen when I was doing the paperwork earlier just wanted to write Hodling down.
Yeah. And usually it's been so many years since we haven't said the last name Hodling for players, right? Boys or girls. Yeah. That seems a little odd to have a roster without a Hodling on it. So
give it time.
That's true. But under head coach Candace Pollard, number 11 is Brooklyn Fuentes, 12 Brooklyn Thacker, 14 Carmen Harvey, 20 is Kaylee Padilla, 21 is Ashton Kraft, 22 is Jenna Whitmire, 23 is Nyla Archie, 25 is Desiree Savoy, 32 is Hattie Harrison, 33 is Avery Frederick, 34 is Zaylee Greer, 42 is Grayson Kuykendall, and 45 is Peyton Barella. For your Lovington girls under head coach Chief Bridgeforth, number 3 is Paisha Gonzalez. Number 4 is Carly Knapp. Number 5 is Aubrey Aranda. 10 is Braylon Hernandez. 12 is Malaya Castro. 14 is Ashlyn Borunda. 22 is Leslie Corral. 23 is Zoe Blackwell. 24 is Jabri Rios. And 42 is Abigail Schaus. Both teams still on their warm-ups. The Lovington girls, of course, will be and are in their home whites with the blue letters and numbers, and Artesia in their road orange with the white letters and numbers. Everybody's still in their warm-up jackets, so we'll be taking those off soon. A minute and a half left in pregame, and the teams are coming off the floor and getting ready for the national anthem and introduction of teams. And they have yet to put up the full scoreboard with the players and everything. I guess that's coming up. And this is a busy place. We noticed it was packed when we drove into the parking lot, TJ, because the school hasn't been out there for very long. Tennis courts were busy. They've got
there's a tennis tournament going on.
Tennis tournament and tennis matches are going on. There's softball game, doubleheader against Chaparral over the softball, and then the gym is busy. First girls, and then the boys. The Lovington boys will play this game. After this game, they play Goddard though for in their first round of the District 4-4A boys tournament. So we are getting ready for the national anthem. So I guess we will take a break and come back with the start of this one. It's district tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
It's me, Sammy Sludge. I'm the sludge inside your pipes, your toilet pipes. bathroom sink pipes, even your kitchen sink pipe. I'm inside and outside causing all sorts of problems. Plumbing problems? Call the Master. Master Plumbers, serving households in Lee County and West Texas for over 20 years. Tell Sammy Sludge you called the Master. Master Plumbers, 397-9385.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? Battle Energy is ready to take the court with the Cats. For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back to district tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And we're at Wildcat Gym getting ready for the district tournament opener here. Lovington hosting Artesia. Battle of number 2 against number 3. The winner will move on to play in the game that's going to be coming up on Friday.
Friday night, 6 o'clock, and that game will be between the winner of Goddard and Portales.
That's right. So we will definitely be looking forward to more, but tonight this is the game in front of us, and that is exactly what we are worried about and looking forward to right now. Your starters for Artesia are going to be number 12 Thacker, 14 Harvey, 20 Padilla, 32 Harrison, and 33 Frederick. For Lovington, and I caught the first 3 for sure. I want to make sure that I've got a Knapp, 5 Aranda, 12 Malaya Castro, 14 Ashlyn Barunda, and 42 Abigail Shelfs, right?
That is correct.
They had started announcing, so I was talking, but I was keeping one ear open on what the announcers were saying. So the starters are out on the floor, and it's going to be Shelfs against Frederick in the circle. By the way, they did also announce a 35 on the roster for Artesia. I was listening to that, and I believe they said Kate Barella as number 35, so I slotted her in there. So here we go. Ready for the first of a doubleheader. A lot on the line as these two teams play each other, and then afterward, Lovington boys will host Goddard, Roswell Goddard, right here. Getting ready for the opening tip-off, and it's Schaus against Harrison, actually, in the circle, and it's going to be controlled as Schaus tips it to Barunda. Barunda gets it to Malaya Castro, and Castro burns a 3 through the net, and Lovington is on the board 3-0 with just 12 seconds gone in the quarter.
If Lovington can get the guard play going early, especially with Castro, it can be a very long night.
So they almost lost the ball, but Harrison picked it up and shoved it over to, I believe that was Frederick, and she put it up and in from the right and answered that basket immediately. Lovington with the 1-point lead. They work the ball down and around. Knapp going to hand it off to Castro. Castro setting the offense, calling for the O, and the team responding to that. Gets it over to Aranda. Aranda pushes it in. Barunda kicks it back out to Knapp. They get it into Schaus, who had posted up. Her shot no good. Lovington with the rebound, and
then Aubrey comes through and makes the bucket. Nice job for the Lady Cats.
And 5-2 is your score, so they've got the 3-point lead right now, but Artesia looks like they have come to play as well. Harrison in the left corner. Gets it all the way, passes over to the right wing, and a 3-ball attempt up, no good. Malaya Castro with the rebound. She brings it all the way down, leaves it off for Knapp. It's pushed out by Artesia, but it'll stay Lovington basketball.
Yeah, Thacker got a hand on that one and knocked it away. Tried to get it off of Castro. Fortunately, Malaya's arm's not quite long enough to touch it to try to save it, so it stays Lovington ball.
And Aranda will inbound, bounces it to Barunda. Barunda drives across the baseline, but she double dribbles, so that's turnover number 1 for Lovington. And Lovington, again, going to have to take care of the ball. They turned the ball over way too much in that game against Portales. They shut it down in the second half, but they had like 19 turnovers in the first half against Portales on Friday. So they really got to watch that. Artesia is passing around the outside of the arc. Lovington doing a good job, but a 3-ball up, no good. It's short, and Barunda will have a rebound, her first. Gets it to Aranda. Aranda drives in, up, puts it up and in from the right.
And nice
So
job
nice
by
work,
Aubrey
yeah.
driving into the lane and then using Schaus almost as a screen right there in the post and was able to go around her.
And I think Artesia was thinking that she would probably get it to pass it off instead of using Schaus as a screen. They were going to pass it to her. And Artesia trying to work the ball around a long pass, and it goes awry underneath the basket. So they get a turn over the ball. And Lovington's got it, a chance to increase their lead. Oh, a nice scoop, a left-handed scoop shot from Barunda, and her shots were not falling on Friday. They just weren't falling, hitting the basket. So it's nice to see that it's 9-2 already. And a shot up, no good. 33, Frederick fighting for the rebound, but Knapp is going to come along and get it, control it, and take it down. She takes it down. No room to put it up, so she kicks it out to Aranda. Aranda over to Barunda. Barunda at the top of the arc, puts up a tray, no good. Aranda gets the rebound. Her second, gives it to Castro. Castro trying to drop a tray. Trajectory not good. Fight for the rebound. Schaus has it. Now kicks it out. Barunda to Aranda. Aranda into Schaus. Schaus, nowhere to go. She's going to have to get rid of it. She passes it back off to Aranda in the right corner. Aranda looking, gets it back to Schaus. Schaus' turnaround jumper was supposed to be a jumper, but she loses the handle on the ball and gets it down to their number 20, Padilla, and Padilla is going to get fouled.
Yeah, a little bump there from Carly as she came down the floor, and so first team foul, first personal.
But it will be on the floor, and it will be Artesia to inbound. That will be Padilla right in front of the Lovington bench. 9-2 is your score here with 4:52 left in the first quarter. Artesia working the ball, no room. A nice defense by Castro, keeping her out of the paint. So she passes off. Now they get it right back to Padilla. Padilla drives in, tries to put it up, no good. Barunda skies up for the rebound.
3 rebounds quickly for Barunda.
And that's pass off to Corral in the game for the first time. Now gives it off to Aranda. Now back to Barunda. She tries a tray from the right wing. It falls really short, but it's actually not a bad thing. Whitmire was there, and she touched it, but couldn't hang on to it. It went out of bounds.
So Lovington catches a break right there.
And they do, and that's a gift, and they need to try to go ahead and make points here. No empty possessions. They had way too many empty possessions, and their shooting was really cold Friday night. So already they're looking sharper and better against Artesia than they did, but Portales, of course, a very good basketball team. Now working it around, a little scoop underneath, alley-oop shot by Aranda, no good, and fight for the rebound. It tipped off of 2 or 3 different hands, and a whistle sounds. It's going to be Artesia basketball.
Yeah,
and
quick
they're going
push
to
foul
call
on Jabri.
On Jabri Rios. So I was going to say it's going to fall, and then a whistle sounds, and that means a foul. Jabri ended up, she played quite a bit in the second half of that game on Friday night, and I think she had 3 fouls in that game. But she also is real physical. She's not afraid to be physical. A 3-ball attempt from the top of the arc, no good. A fight for the rebound, and Thacker has it. And then on a bounce pass, it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Lovington ball. So that is, 3 turnovers for Artesia?
That's what I've got.
Okay, and 1 for Lovington.
2 for Lovington.
And it's an inbound down court. Aranda into Castro, runs the point across the timeline, center court, moving it over to the left, and she faked it, moved to the left, but a no-look pass to Aranda, to Barunda under the basket, but loses the handle on the ball, and 3rd turnover for Lovington. Padilla picking it up, passes it over to Whitmire. Whitmire working it around. Lovington keeping him out of the paint, so Artesia is just going to pass it around, look for position. Whitmire left the ball off for Padilla, called for the O. And now Kraft with the ball, gives it back to Padilla. She works in, going to try to, I think she was driving into the lane, going to take up a little shot, but she lost the handle on it against good defense by Lovington, and it goes out of bounds, so it will be turnover number 4 for Artesia, and give it back to Lovington. 9-2, still your score. We haven't had any scoring in about the last 2 minutes of clock time by either team, but Lovington looking to try to remedy that. Castro moving it over to the right. Now to Barunda. Barunda passing into Jabri. Rios had posted up. She puts up a shot. It's no good.
Wow,
fighting
how was
for
that not a foul?
Fighting for the rebound. Aranda comes down with it, and I guess they say she just lost her balance. And
I think she had a little help right in the 5 in the back on that.
It ended up on the floor, and the ball went out of bounds. So it is turnover number 4 for Lovington, and give it to Artesia. 2:50 left in this first, as running the point is Padilla. Top of the arc, gets it over to Fuentes in the game now for Artesia. Oh, Padilla thought about that. Lovington thought she might have traveled. The Lovington bench, no whistle.
It was on the line.
You give it back to Padilla. She works, trying to find herself open. I think now she's going to drive in and put up a shot. It's no good. And Aranda with her 3rd rebound. Pass it to Corral. Corral into Castro. Beautiful give and go. Corral with an assist, and Castro with 2 more points. She's got 5 in the game and makes it Lovington 11, Artesia 2, and Artesia wants a timeout. So we will look and see. Is it going to be 30? We'll just keep it right here and say thank you very much to all of our sponsors who have, and you see their banners, you hear their ads, and hopefully you're going to help support the businesses that support Lovington Athletics and allow for us to broadcast these games and do that without charging you a thing, TJ.
Yeah, we never have to charge you because of those great sponsors. Unfortunately, too many places who provide video, they still go get sponsors and try to charge you. We don't do that. We also don't beg you for donations like some people do either. And it's because of those great sponsors that we can do that, and you can enjoy your kids and your team's play on their YouTube channels and HobbsAmerica.com.
And we talk to so many people who appreciate the coverage, and they appreciate having the games on YouTube that they can go back and watch and look at certain things and replay good moments and cringe at the bad. And coaches also have told us that they like to watch and listen and use those as a tool as well. We appreciate all of that. Thank you. So timeout is done. Artesia inbounding, working it around the outside of the arc. After the timeout, let's see what they cooked up. They get it to Kraft. Kraft tries to drive in, nowhere to go. Now pass it to Whitmire. Whitmire also nowhere to go. Passes it back out to Padilla, and Artesia almost loses it, but it does get over to Kraft, and now they're going to get to Whitmire. She's going to drive into the lane, and she's trying, and she puts it up and in.
Wow.
A whistle sounds before the basket. Are they going to count the basket?
They're going to say travel.
They're going to say that she traveled and that there was no foul, and that is turnover number 5, I think, for Artesia.
That's what I've got. Yeah, she took about, I was like, oh boy, how was that a foul? But
1:40 left in the first. Castro running the point for Lovington, brings it down, passes to Barunda. Barunda gets it to Schaus, who had posted up. Oh, Schaus tries to put up a little shot. It pops up, and Artesia
partially
gets
blocked
it.
there by Whitmire.
And Whitmire actually comes down with the ball.
So
a deflection.
It's
a deflection,
turnover.
I think.
Deflection and turnover.
And a turnover for Lovington. So 5 and 5 turnovers right now. Whitmire with the ball, resetting, gives it to Padilla, top of the arc. Oh, and then a 3-ball attempt is on the way. It's no good. Banks off of the glass and goes to Barunda, her 4th rebound. She gets it to Castro. Castro back to Barunda. Nice give and go, but Barunda's shot does not fall, but she gets her own rebound. She's got 5 rebounds and 4 points in the game now. 13-2 with 5 minutes left to play in this first.
And a 10-0 run for the Lady Cats right here.
And Artesia with the ball. Whitmire in the right corner. Passes it back off. Now finds it back, drives in the lane, and they're going to say, the whistle, I think they're going to call a foul, and it's going to be on 12. I think they're going to call
Castro.
Going
to get Braylon.
Oh, Braylon Hernandez. So they're going to give her the trip foul. And they've got subs coming in for Artesia as they're going to put her in the blocks. I think that is Kuykendall who's going to, it's on the floor. Foul's on the floor, so the inbound goes, and that's taken away. Schaus with a steal.
Nice job, as she just reached up and grabbed that one from Barela.
And so that is...
Kuykendall.
And a pass to Barunda, trying to find her three-point range. It does not fall, but Corral with the rebound and the putback. Her first 2 points in the game, 15-2. And 16 seconds left in this first. Artesia picking up the pace here. They get it over to Padilla. Padilla tries the three-ball shot. It won't fall, and that is 11. Fuentes with the rebound. And then passing in, trying to find Padilla in the lane, I think, that goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Abigail got the wings out there and got a fingertip on it and tipped it away and out, so stays Artesia ball.
And they'll inbound to the left of their basket. They get it to Whitmire in the corner. She passes it off, gets it back. Oh, and they give it, and a three-ball attempt on the way at the buzzer by Kraft, but it's no good. And so at the end of one, it is 15-2, your score. Lovington leading, and we'll be back with more Wildcat basketball for the district tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym for district tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. At the end of the first quarter, 15-2. Your only 2 points for Artesia, scored by Avery Frederick. Artesia has some rebounds to their credit, but they have 6 turnovers as well. And Lovington right now is out rebounding Artesia and outscoring them, and only 3 turnovers for Lovington. Artesia inbounds midcourt. They pass the ball around. A 3-ball attempt from the right wing up, no good. And the rebound by Barunda. That's her 6th rebound of the game. Wow. Passes it to Schaus. Schaus had posted up, but it's a little bit high. She got her hands on it, though. I think her hands went up just a little late to be able to get that, and it was a little high.
Yeah,
so
I don't think she was expecting it to come in quite as much mustard on it.
It was pretty sharp. It was a sharp pass, and you want that, but you just timing's got to be right. So back to Artesia. And they're going to pass around the outside of the arc as the starters back on the court for Lovington. And driving in was Padilla. Shot up, no good. Schaus with a rebound, her 3rd. She's doing a nice job on the boards. But Ashlyn Barunda is the biggest rebounder right now for Lovington. Aranda drives in, puts up a jump shot, won't fall, fight for the rebound. She gets the rebound, then kicks it out to Knapp. Knapp tries the 3-point shot that won't fall, and the rebound is by Padilla. Oh, and then she loses it, a little turnover, and gets it back. A shot up, no good, and it is Kraft.
Actually, it was a turnover. That was an intended pass that went to Kraft.
No, I thought it was a shot that was going up. It was a little high, and it looked like a shot to me. Up Whitmire with an attempt, no good, and the rebound by Artesia. A shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Schaus is going to come away with it, her 4th. A pass down to Whitmire, and that's a turnover for Lovington very clearly as Whitmire intercepts that and leaves it over to Fuentes, running the point now for Artesia. She posted up, her shot no good, a rebound, and the putback no good. Schaus right there deflecting, blocking it, and it ends up on the court, and they are going to say it's Lovington's basketball.
Yeah, travel, so that'll be the 8th turnover for Artesia. Lovington needing to capitalize here. They've come up empty on their last 2 possessions.
And we've played almost 2 minutes of this second quarter, and no score by either team. Lovington with the ball. Malaya Castro running across center line, moves, picks up the pace, gets it to Aranda. Aranda on the move toward the basket. Her shot up, no good. Schaus with the rebound, but her shot no good. And it is Artesia with the rebound. Is that Kuykendall?
I believe that's Padilla.
Padilla with that. And Artesia moving it around. Whitmire. Turnaround jumper at the free throw line, no good. And Malaya Castro gets the rebound, gets it to Knapp. Knapp takes it coast to coast and then has it blocked. Padilla, clean block, sends it out of bounds. It'll stay Lovington basketball, but Castro not happy.
And always credit where credit is due.
As nice work.
Yeah, it was.
by
As
Artesia.
Padilla turned on the Jets and got back,
her.
as Carly trying to get control so she could get in and just got it blocked.
The inbound comes to Knapp. Knapp, no room, getting guarded pretty closely, trying to get it to Castro. And Whitmire takes it away and takes it up and no good, but she gets fouled. I think they'll call Malaya on that for that.
Yeah, they're going to get her on the bump on that. A little bit of frustration there.
Right.
So this will be the first free throw for either team in the ball game, and it'll send Whitmire to the line.
Whitmire, wearing the number 22 jersey and a starter for Artesia. First one is up and no good. Too much mustard on that. Whitmire, so a miss, but she'll have another chance at it. 15-2, still your score. With 5:30 left to go in the second. Second one is going to rattle in and out, and it's going to be Rios Jabry back in the game for Lovington with the rebound. They get it to Castro, and she gets down there. Got too much company in the lane, so she kicks it back out. Now, ladies are going to just kind of reset the O a bit. Knapp drifting out toward midcourt. Now driving over to the right, leaves it off for Aranda. Aranda drives in, trying to put up a shot, but it's deflected. I believe that was Frederick who got a hand on it. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay Lovington basketball. Aranda will inbound just to the right of the Lovington basket. Aranda looking in. She's gonna choose Schaus or Rios.
She needs to get it in.
She needs to. She's running out of time. Kind of bounces it. I think she bounced it off of the Artesia player and turns around. Whitmire got a hand on it. So are they going to say jump ball? Yep, they do.
But it will stay Lovington basketball. So
Aranda,
possession arrow our way that time.
Aranda now will inbound from the left of the Lovington basket. A bounce pass into Rios. Rios again gets it out to Knapp. Knapp going to pull it back, driving in, loses the handle on the ball. Good hustle, and then tying it up. Castro does a good job of getting her hand on it. This time it's going to be Artesia basketball, though, as
All of a
tied
sudden,
up Padilla.
Lovington having trouble holding on to the
are.
basketball. Now 8 turnovers. Fortunately, Artesia's also turned it over 8 times, and Artesia hasn't been able to cash in either yet. We've played almost half this quarter,
Yeah,
and the
no
score is still the same.
As the score is the same as it was at the end of the first. The ball back in Artesia's end. That is Fuentes. Getting it to Whitmire. Whitmire driving in, kicks it out to Padilla. Padilla going to pull out top of the arc. Malaya Castro tight on her. A pass into Whitmire in the lane, and she beats everybody up to the basket and puts it up and in. So first 2 points for her, and the first 2 points of Artesia for this quarter. Lovington has yet to score in this quarter. Maybe they'll fix that here as they get it. Castro trying to bank it off the glass. It does not fall, and I think that was
Frederick with the rebound.
And they get it to Harrison. Harrison trying to put it up and in. Gets slammed in the lane. Are they going to call? Yep, they call a foul on Lovington. Let's see who they call. Who they'll get that on. Let's see.
They're going to call the flop on Ash.
So Barunda, first foul on her. It'll be on the floor. And Artesia will inbound. That is Padilla, who will inbound to the right of their basket. Looking to get it in. Whitmire takes it, puts up a shot. No good. Schaus with the rebound. Gets it to Barunda. Barunda going to drive across the right side and just put it up and in. Coast to coast. Nice work as Barunda, with 2 more points in the game, finally breaks the ice for Lovington in this quarter. Just under 4 minutes left to play in the second. Now back down in their end. A 3-point shot up, no good from the arc, and it's going to be Schaus rebounding. And Schaus, that's, I believe, her 7th board.
That's what I've got.
So nice job on the rebounding. Lovington definitely out-rebounding Artesia so far in this one. Castro running the point, but Padilla almost stealing away from her. Castro leaves it off for Corral. Corral kicks it out to Barunda. Barunda driving in and then makes a nice little pass to Jabry Rios, and Rios puts it up and in. So Barunda with an assist, and Rios with her first 2 points of the game. 19-4 now. 3:18 left in the second quarter, and Artesia with the ball. Harrison back to Fuentes. Fuentes to Harrison. Oh, almost loses it. Gets it to Padilla. Padilla from way downtown. Nothing but net, and she pops a tray and makes it 19-7 now.
First 3 of the ball game for
Artesia.
Artesia. And they've tried a bunch of them. Now, we saw this last night in a boys game with Tatum and Eunice. When the 3-pointers can heat up, Artesia can get back in this in a hurry.
And driving into the lane is Barunda, but a timeout is called. It's a 60-second timeout as Chief Bridgeforth wants to talk about it. 19-7, a 12-point lead for Lovington here, and we'll be back with more Wildcat basketball. District tournament action right here from Wildcat Gym.
At some point, you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym. It's district tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and it is, well, it's a little bit lopsided, but Artesia is showing signs of life and putting some points on the board, and they just sank their three-point shot. I think this was a great time to take a timeout. Chief Bridgeforth wanting a nice long timeout to cool the momentum that Artesia's threatening to have. When you get a three-point shooter hot, sometimes they're able to steal the ball and get down, get three three-pointers in a row, and Lovington doesn't want to see that. So this was all, I think, designed to maybe also diagram a few things on the board, but also just to
well,
chill
and
things
Artesia's
out
ratcheted up the defensive pressure too, and so he's
They
probably
are.
going over how to get some out of some of that.
They are starting to threaten to take the ball and to force some turnovers here. The inbound to Schaus. Schaus left it off, and Aranda went over to try to put it up and did not. And the rebound by Artesia.
Came bound by Frederick.
And that is what her
third, and another
I've got her
three-ball
third.
up.
A three-ball attempt, no good, and it falls. I think Artesia had it. I also think J.B. Rios, or actually that's 10. I think that was Braylon Hernandez. Maybe got a hand on it. Last touch by Lovington. I think they're going to say off of Braylon. So it'll be Whitmire to inbound right to the left, and a whistle sounds now. Is it a time?
We've got a push foul away from the ball on the inbound, so the charge going to be called on Frederick.
Wow.
Her first personal. That's the first foul called on Artesia in the half.
And away from the basketball. Very interesting. So the ref keeping his eye. It must have been something that's already been going on a little bit in the backcourts. Now the turnover means Lovington another chance at it. Barunda trying to put up a shot. I think it might have been deflected. Her angle was a little bit off because of the defensive pressure by Artesia, and they are stepping things. So they put Kuykendall in. She's got more height and size as well, and they put Kuykendall against Schaus. So Aranda inbounds to Schaus. Schaus back to Aranda, thinks about the three, now drives into the right side, and it's taken away, and that's another turnover for Lovington. The ball poked away almost. Padilla's got it, drives in, puts up the shot, and gets fouled. Count the bucket and the foul as Padilla, with 5 points in the game now, makes it 19-9, and she'll go to the line, and they call that on Aranda, her first foul. And Padilla will go to the line as, Artesia coming alive a little bit, showing a little more aggression, a little more speed, a little more defensive pressure, and penetrating the lane just a little bit as they're working on the transitions a little bit quicker. The shot is up, no good, and it is Aranda with the rebound. All the way down to Castro. Castro has to pull out and gets it to Schaus instead. Schaus then back out to Castro. She backs up, tries the three from the right wing, won't fall, and Barunda with the rebound. A putback, no good. Fight for it. Harrison has it, and a whistle sounds, and they're going to call that
on Barunda.
On Barunda, and that's her second. No, just the first foul.
That's her second.
Second. I saw my F just as you said that. So second foul on her. It's going to be on the floor, and they inbound. Artesia inbounds all the way down at the end. They'll move it up to the right side of the court, get to Whitmire. Whitmire in the lane, can't hold on to it. Nice defense by Schaus there, and Barunda was there to try to guard as well. The ball goes out, but it'll stay Artesia basketball. And 11, that is Fuentes, comes out, and I believe 12. Thacker goes in, number 12. They inbound. It's almost knocked away by Castro. A three-ball attempt up, no good, but Whitmire with the rebound. Her putback, no good, and then Aranda with another rebound. I've got that as her fifth or sixth. Sixth. And Aranda all the way over to Knapp in the right corner. Knapp tunes up for a tray, and it is an air ball, and coming down with it is number 22. That was
Thacker.
Thacker, number 12, not 22. Saw the two, not the one. Now they get it, and a three-ball attempt from the right wing by Thacker falls, and just like that, It is 19-12. A minute left in the second quarter. A pass all the way down to Knapp. Knapp pops it, not in three-point range, but nice work.
Good little mid-range jumper from out about 15 on that right wing.
21-12 now with 48 seconds left in the second quarter. Padilla drives in the lane, and are they going to call the foul? They are. So they're going to call a foul on Knapp.
Yep.
That's right, Knapp. And that will send, I think, Padilla. Nope, it'll be on the floor.
I had that as their 5th foul of the quarter. So
let's see. Schaus comes out. Rios goes in. Whitmire comes out. And who went in for? I didn't see who went in for Whitmire.
I believe Ashton Kraft.
Maybe Kraft
21.
did. Yep, Kraft who inbounded the ball for Artesia. Padilla from way downtown. It does not fall. And Castro fighting for the rebound. Actually, Rios ends up with it, though. Is that her second or third?
That is her second.
All right, that's what I've got. 28 seconds left, and Knapp with the ball pulls it out midcourt, getting worked on by Padilla, and falls to the ground. I think they will call Padilla for the push foul. They do.
Yeah, they're going to get her. There's no really way to throw a forearm shiver there, but that's exactly what happened.
So it's on the floor. It'll be Aranda inbounding at midcourt.
And that's something Lovington's going to have to be aware of. This Artesia team can ratchet up the physicality in a heartbeat, and that's something Lovington's had a little trouble with this year.
So less than 20 seconds till the end of half. Malaya Castro leaves it off for Aranda, moves over to the left, now drives in, gets it over to Rios. Rios trying to post up. Instead, she passes it to Barunda, but they're going to say that she traveled. Yep, it's a turnover.
Yep, she couldn't decide whether she was going to take the little floater from the baseline or pass it, and that'll get you every time.
That's a shame. It was a basket. It was a nice pass, and it would have been a good assist. And 2 points for Lovington, but Artesia coming down the other way, and they pass it into the Lovington commits a foul. Let's see, do they call it on Aranda?
They
do. That's her second. And it's going to send, is that Padilla?
It is.
Number 20 to the line. Padilla trying to put it up. No good. That's a miss for her. Artesia not doing well at the line tonight. They're 0 for 3 is what I've got.
0 for 4.
Yeah. So, second attempt by Padilla. Up and in.
I wasn't going to say anything until after the.
All right. Well, sometimes it's the reverse curse. And the buzzer sounds before Lovington can try to move it down the court, but 21-13 is your score at halftime. 21-13, Lovington leading. We will take a timeout and come back with your halftime report. It's Wildcat basketball, ladies style, from Wildcat Gym. District tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
It's me, Sammy Sludge. I'm the sludge inside your pipes, your toilet pipes, bathroom sink pipes, even your kitchen sink pipe. I'm inside and outside, causing all sorts of problems. Plumbing problems? Call the Master. Master Plumbers, serving households in Lee County and West Texas for over 20 years. Tell Sammy Sludge you called the Master. Master Plumbers, 397-9385.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? Battle Energy is ready to take the court with the Cats. For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym for district tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. So pleased to bring you this game, and as it's halftime and the Lovington boys are warming up, they'll use the halftime. They play Goddard in the second game tonight, but we've got another half of basketball to play. But here is how things stand between Lovington and Artesia girls at halftime. First of all, your score is 21-13. Lovington also led at the end of the first 15-2. And for Artesia, your leading scorer right now is Kaylee Padilla with 6 points, 3 rebounds. Then you have Brooklyn Thacker with 3 points and 2 rebounds. You have Whitmire with 2 points, 2 rebounds, a steal. Avery Frederick with 2 points, 3 rebounds. You've got Kuykendall with a rebound. You've got Fuentes with 2 rebounds. And you've got 3-pointers from Thacker, and that's it. Thacker and Thacker.
Thacker and Padilla.
And, a 3-pointer from Padilla. That's right. I've got it down. It just didn't say it. Also, you've got turnovers, 9 turnovers for Artesia. They had more in the first. They had 6 in the first and only 3 turnovers in that second quarter. And as far as total rebounds and from the line, Artesia not very good from the line. They've only sunk, one?
1 of 5 from the free throw
theirs,
line.
and a total of how many rebounds?
14 rebounds for them in that first half. A lot of them coming in that second quarter, though.
Okay. So 1 of 5 from the line. They're not doing themselves a lot of favors, at being behind. You want to chip in and try to cut into the lead against you any way you can, and they've gotten fouled quite a bit. So Lovington, right now, your leading scorer. It's really even scoring, and I like that. I mean, there's not one player who's just way out in front. You've got lots of participation and representation here, but you do have Ashlyn Barunda with 6 points. She's got 7 rebounds and an assist. Then you have, Malaya Castro with 5 points and a couple of rebounds, and would have been an assist, but the basket didn't count that time. Then you've got Aubrey Aranda with 4.6 rebounds. You've got Leslie Corral with 2 points, a rebound, and a steal. You've got Jabri Rios with 2 points and 2 rebounds. You've got Carly Knapp with 2 points. And then you've got Abigail Schaus with 7 rebounds, a steal, and a deflection. No points for her yet, but she's being great on the boards tonight. And let's see, I think that's it. That takes care of, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 girls in stats for Lovington so far. Braylon Hernandez has seen some time on the court as well, but only Paisha Gonzalez and Zoe Blackwell have not gone in the game for Lovington in this one. So total rebounds, Lovington's been out rebounding Artesia for sure.
They have Lovington with 25 total rebounds in that first half. Unfortunately, not able to cash in on just a whole lot of those. Lovington did not get any opportunities from the free throw line in that first half, and then 10 turnovers. I have a feeling their Chief Bridgeforth is going to be making some pretty good adjustments in that first half, or, in the locker room before we come out for the second half.
Yeah, as Lovington turned the ball over only what was it, just 5 times, or was it just 3 times in that first?
I think it was just 3 in that first.
I think it was 3 in the first quarter, and then they stepped up. They committed more turnovers in the second quarter than Artesia did. It's just that Artesia had some looks at the basket even early on, and their shooting was a little cold, and Lovington was doing such a good job cleaning off the boards that it really denied them second and third looks at the basket in most cases. Lovington shooting, much better. They're shooting a much better percentage from the floor, and they haven't had opportunities really at the free throw line, but their shooting has been pretty hot. Now, as far as trays, Malaya Castro has the only 3-pointer for Lovington in this game so far. They're Lovington not relying on their perimeter shooting on this one because they know that they have been getting penetration in the lane and taking good close-in shots and driving in. Having said that, some of their shots have not fallen, and they haven't, and Artesia has been grabbing some rebounds and keeping them from getting second looks, especially in the second quarter. You and I both noticed and commented, TJ, that Artesia made some adjustments, came out in the second quarter and were a little more aggressive. They picked up the pace a little bit. They were also trying to make quicker transitions and get the ball down the court. They just haven't been able to execute completely with their plan. Lovington has interrupted that somewhat with the play, but this is still 21-13 is your score, and that's just an 8-point lead for Lovington right now.
That's not nearly enough. I would expect Artesia in the second half to come out and continue to play very aggressive defense. I would also expect them to get very physical. We saw it some towards the end of that second quarter, so look for the physicality to pick up and for the aggression on defense to pick up. Lovington is going to have to find a way to do that. The best way to counter that is going to be to use whoever your guards are, maybe Aranda and Barunda, and get them in and attack and see if you can draw some fouls and see if you can draw a little pressure inside. Of course, you're going to have Schaus living from the high post to the low post, and see if you can get somebody open on that outside perimeter. If they can get Malaya a good look, she doesn't mind taking the shot from anywhere, but she's had somebody in her face since the very opening possession where she got the tip and then tossed it in.
And she's not shy about passing it off or getting assists and doing that. In fact, Malaya leads the team in assists at 3.7. So if she sees that she can't, that she's got too much pressure on her and in her face, she is good about passing it off. And Lovington is doing much better job of taking care of the basketball tonight. They're not losing the ball on just outright steals and on bad passes. They were really just not passing and moving the ball well on Friday night against Portales. They're doing a much better job here, even in the face of growing intensity by Artesia. But I think we haven't seen anything yet about the pressure and the physicality of Artesia here. Believe that you're right, and we're going to see that. So we are going to take another just quick 30 seconds and be back with more Wildcat.
I don't think we got time.
We'll keep it right here and get ready to start this second half off. 21-13 is your score. And
so the Lovington Wildcats, the Lady Cats, will have the ball to start off this second half, as it will be the starters on the floor for the blue and white. Looks like that Coach Pollard has sent her starters out too for the Lady Bulldogs.
All right, so Lovington will inbound from midcourt. Thank you. I was able to get a drink, take a breath, clear the throat, and we're off and running for this second half. Get it to Castro to run the point. She just pulls back. Lovington not in a hurry here. They've got the 8-point lead, but they want to continue to stretch this lead out. They give it to Aranda. Aranda, again, passes it off. A 3-point shot, no good. And Barunda with the rebound. Her putback, no good. Schaus with the rebound, and the whistle sounds. And
actually,
I believe
Barunda with both rebounds, and then she got fouled on the second putback.
I think Schaus ended up with the ball over Barunda's head somehow.
It was before she got. It was right after the foul, so we don't get to put it in the book.
So we don't get to put it in the book as a rebound, but it does send the foul does send Barunda to the line, and she's pretty solid at the line, and it hit the front, hit the back, thought it was going to roll in, and it doesn't. Even she was a little surprised at that. So first one no good, but she'll have another chance at it, and nothing but net on that. So makes it 22-13. Padilla working on hard by Aranda, and they're going to call the jump ball. They do. I saw it. And so the jump ball is going to go to Padilla. Padilla will inbound at midcourt. Gets it in. Gets the ball back. Thinks about the three, but Knapp is right there, so she drives in instead, and nice. Schaus just takes it away from her. And so a nice steal, turnover. Knapp alone in the left corner, and there's the three-pointer. She did a nice job against Goddard with about 3 or 4 trays in that game and a fight for it. Knapp almost came away with it, but Padilla saves it in the backcourt, though, and then a bad pass is taken away by Barunda, and Barunda passing, it goes out of bounds. Knapp was trying to save it but couldn't get there in time. So that will be a turnover for Lovington. So the teams trade turnovers there. And it'll be Harrison to inbound for Artesia. We're just barely underway in the third quarter. 6:55 left in this third. Harrison inbounds. And finally across the timeline, they get it to Kuykendall. Kuykendall passes it off, and no room as Thacker had to kick it back out. Picks it out to Harvey. Harvey over to Fuentes. She tunes up the three. It won't fall. Fight for the rebound. They're going to call jump ball as Harrison and Aranda were fighting for it. This time the arrow goes to Lovington. So Aranda will inbound just to the right of the basket. 6:36 left in this third quarter. Aranda leaves it off for Castro. Castro going to run center court. Getting worked on by Thacker. Moves it around the arc to the right. Leaves it off for Knapp. Knapp kicks it back. Castro not open to take the three. She wanted it. Now she gets it to Barunda. Barunda drives the lane, and then Kuykendall takes it away from her. So a turnover for Lovington, and give it back to Harvey. 6 minutes left. 25-13 is your score here. And the ball taken away again. And now a double dribble as Barunda. And she knew it. Oh, she's a little frustrated. So that's another turnover. Again, the team's trading those turnovers. Artesia inbounding in front of the Lovington home section, student section. Harvey leaves it off, a three-point shot way off trajectory, and coming down with it is Aranda. Aranda moves the ball herself all the way down, crosses across the top of the arc, gives it to Barunda. Barunda tunes up from way downtown on the left wing. Barunda hits the three and puts Lovington up 28-13, 15-point lead now. Oh, Artesia working very quickly. Nice transition. They get it to Harrison. Harrison was right to the left of the basket, but a bounce pass goes off her out of bounds, and it'll be Lovington basketball.
With the three, Ashlyn Barunda now with 10 points
it will
in the
be
game.
Okay. Even Lovington, I thought might be theirs. Goes into Harrison. Bounce pass to Harvey. Harvey decides to just try to pop the three. It's no good, and it's going to be Barunda with the rebound.
She's got a double-double, her 10th board.
And gets it to Castro. Castro puts it up and in for 2 more points. She's got 7 in the game. Make it 30-13, 5-11 here, and Lovington is stretching out that lead again. Gets it to Fuentes. Fuentes to Kuykendall. Kuykendall had posted up, so she's got 2 points with Fuentes and an assist. 30-16 now, 30-15.
And that's the first points for Artesia in this half.
Yep, we started off 21-13 here in the third. Lovington has outscored them by a mile. They pass it around. Knapp gets it to Schaus, who had posted up. She puts it up and in, and Carly with an assist. Makes it 32-15, 4:30 left to go in this third. Harvey across the timeline, running the point, gets it to Fuentes, back to Harvey, now all the way over to the left wing. Pass into Harrison. Harrison, no room as Schaus was hard on her, was guarding her. And are they going to call Schaus with the foul from behind her?
They're going to call the hack on Aubrey.
On Aubrey Aranda. So I think Schaus was thinking it was against her. She was waiting, hands on hip, thinking, you're not going to call me for that, are you? They still.
And the look on the face of Aranda when she got called, I mean, you could turn that into a meme.
Me?
That
so
was a
Aranda,
meme face.
Aranda and Schaus come out to Rios. And Rios goes in, and the ball is loose in the backcourt after the inbound, and Artesia corrals it. That's Harvey.
Backcourt violation, though.
Yep, and it's a turnover. So give it over to Lovington. It'll be Braylon Hernandez who came in as Schaus and Aranda came out. Braylon inbounds, gets it to Barunda. Barunda driving in, trying to put up the shot. It won't fall. And with the rebound, number 45, Barella in the game for the first time.
And they
call
whistle
her. Yep.
And they whistle a push foul actually on Jabri Rios.
And so Rios that's her second foul on Rios. It's on the floor. Artesia inbounding. They get it to Whitmire. Whitmire running, or that's Harvey actually. Harvey running the point across center line. All the way over to the right, a bounce pass to Whitmire. Whitmire picks it up, no room. She's got to cycle it back out. Knapp on her. She passes off to the right, gets it back from Fuentes. Top of the arc, tunes up, fires up the three, and off the backboard. That is Harvey with a three. 32-18 now. Malaya Castro driving into the lane, and they're going to say she is it a lane violation?
I'm going to say a bump foul on Artesia.
Okay, so Castro will actually, yep, and it's going to be on, 21? That's Kraft. That's her first foul. It's on the floor, and Lovington will inbound just to the right of the basket. They get it to Castro, to Jabri Rios, and she tries to put it up and in, but she gets fouled, so no basket. But they will call that foul, I believe, on Barella.
Yep.
And you know that was 45. They said 45, and they were saying Peyton Barella. I thought it was 35 and Kate Barella when they announced that, and I said there was an extra person on the roster, but they were announcing 45, Peyton Barella. So first one is up, no good, but Rios will have another shot at it. 32-18 your score, 3.5 left in this third quarter. And Rios eyes it, skies it, and that one falls out as well. Harvey with the rebound, or Whitmire with the rebound, but the whistle sounds. I think a lane violation.
Yep.
So it stays Artesia basketball, but Whitmire will inbound just in front of the Lovington bench. She gets it to Harvey. Harvey going to run the point, cross center line. Less than 3.5 minutes left in the third now, 32-18, Lovington leading. Harvey drives in, puts it up, trying to bank it off the glass, fight for the rebound, and it's going to be controlled by Malaya Castro. Is that? Yep, it is Malaya. And Malaya just going to bring it all the way down, then gets it to Rios, who had posted up. A nice little no-look pass to her. Her shot does not fall, but she gets fouled, so we will see. They call that on 14. That's Harvey, her first. And it will send Jabri Rios to the line. She is 0 for 2 at the line. So let's see if she can work things out right here and bury this one. Oh, it's short. And 3:11 left in this third now as Barella comes out and Kuykendall goes in. It'll be Kuykendall and Whitmire in the blocks in front for Artesia. Second one's up, and oh, that one's no good. Whitmire skies up for the rebound. Going to control it, bring across timeline. Pass it off to Fuentes in the right corner. Fuentes drives in and gets it to Kuykendall. Kuykendall posted up in the lane. She grabs it, a little turnaround jumper, and she doesn't even get a chance to make the shot, really try for the shot. She gets pushed. So they're going to call, I believe, Rios. Yeah, Jabri Rios, and that's going to be her third foul. And that will send Kuykendall to the line. It's her first trip to the line. I've got her down for a couple of rebounds, a steal, a couple of points. Going to look at trying to improve, and it does not. It misses way short. Front of the iron. And Schaus comes back in. Rios comes out. It'll be Padilla going back in, and Harvey comes out for Artesia. It'll be Schaus and Barunda in the blocks in the front for Lovington. And this second shot, nothing but net as Kuykendall buries that one, makes it 32-19. Coming down is Corral. Corral trying to get it to Schaus, who was headed to try to put it up and in, and instead can't quite hang on to it. It goes out of bounds, but it will stay Lovington basketball. Last touched, poked out by Artesia. So Hernandez gets the ball in, looking for Schaus, and it's a little short. She reaches out for it, can't control it. It's Kuykendall that gets it. And a shot up, a three-ball attempt from Padilla at the top of the arc. No good. Fight for the rebound. A loose ball on the court's picked up. It was actually Braylon Hernandez who controlled it. And then Corral got it. Gets it to Castro. Thinks about the three. Thinks about it twice. And then goes ahead and fires it off. It does not fall. Fight for the rebound. The ball's loose on the court. Bounces out of bounds. Last touched by Lovington. It'll be Artesia basketball. So 32-19 is your score here with 2:24 left to play here in this third quarter. Artesia's ball. They get it to Padilla. Padilla to Whitmire. Turnaround jumper at the free throw line. No good. Schaus with the rebound. And now she kicks it out to Castro. Castro will run the point for Lovington. Cross center line, timeline. Castro usually takes her time. Setting the O. Gets it over to Hernandez. She drives in, and a very sharp pass to Barunda. Not quite ready for that, and that had a lot of heat on it. Too spicy to handle, and a turnover for Lovington. They get it to number 21, that is Kraft. A three-ball attempt up, no good, and Padilla with the rebound. Her putback, no good, and then Kuykendall with a rebound, and her putback is good. So 32-21, and Lovington actually needing to go ahead and stretch this back out again. Artesia has put up some unanswered points. Schaus with the ball trying to make the basket and can't. It's short, and Artesia with the rebound. Driving down all the way, trying to put up a little shot and banks it off the glass is number 21. That is Kraft.
Now would be a good time for a timeout.
Yeah, exactly, to kind of cool the momentum. And just as you say that, yes, Chief Bridgeforth takes the timeout as he did before. Once Artesia went on a little bit of a run, a little bit of a roll, as they have been on 32-23. They've got it down to just a 9-point lead for Lovington. And yes, indeed, we have a full minute timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Wildcat District Tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
To your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym for District Tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Out of the full timeout by Chief Bridgeforth because Artesia went on a little roll. We started this third quarter 21-13. Lovington up by 8. Lovington stretched it out, and then Artesia came creeping back in. They've scored 10 points and have narrowed it back down. Now it's a 9-point lead by Lovington. So a good time.
That is 10 unanswered points.
Yes, from Artesia. So Lovington really needing to chill things out and get their own engines restarted here. 1:07 left in this third quarter. Lovington out of their timeout, inbounds. Malaya Castro running the point. Now she moves it over into the right corner, leaves it off for Knapp. Knapp loses the handle on it, saves it, and they're going to call a foul again on Artesia. They're going to call that on Padilla, I believe, as she got Knapp, as they were trapping Knapp up, trying to force a turnover, and Knapp will go to the line. So they call that on Padilla. That's her second foul, and Knapp will shoot 2. So 32-23, a chance to increase that here, and it rolls in and out. So
Lovington having uncharacteristic problems
at the
from
free
the free
throw
throw
line tonight. Yeah, they didn't have a chance to really get any of that going and practice that in the first quarter. And the first half, actually, very, very light. And the second one up and good. So 33-23, and popping the net from the right side is Kraft. A 3-pointer for her. Wow. Give it to Lovington, and now 33-26. Castro running to the point, getting worked on by Thacker. Shot up, no good, and Padilla with the rebound.
Yeah, actually that was an intended pass for Schaus and over her head.
And that is going to be picked up. Padilla's shot no good, but a whistle sounds, and they're going to get, I think, a Ronda for that. Or no, well, let's see who they called it on. They called it on Malaya. Malaya Castro, her second. Yeah, I didn't see that it was a pass. I knew Abby always has her hands up when she's down there in front of the basket, so I thought that it was a shot, actually just a clear, trying to take a clear shot and not trying to connect with her. Either way, it didn't work.
Yeah.
It was not executed well, and Lovington lost the ball as a result of that and then committed the foul. 25 seconds left in this third quarter, and Padilla puts one up, no good. Her second one, first one was good, second one not. Lovington with a ball, but now taken away. Padilla's got it back, so a turnover, and Padilla trying to take it into the lane, loses the handle on it. Nice pressure by Barunda. Barunda can't get it away, though, and a three-point attempt up by Padilla, no good, or actually, that was actually by 21 Kraft, and then a putback no good by Padilla, and then Schaus actually came down with it, and at the buzzer, 3 quarters played, it is 33-27. And we'll be back with more Lovington District Tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym for district tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And fourth and final quarter here, but it gets really anybody's ball game. 33-27, just a 6-point lead for Lovington now. And they've had as much as, 17-point lead. 17. Artesia inbounding. Padilla's got it. Having to kick it back out. Almost lost it. Good defensive pressure by Lovington. Oh, and a pass intended for Kuykendall goes out of her hands, out of bounds. So a turnover for Artesia. Give it back to Lovington. And Lovington needs no empty possessions here. They need to start stretching this back out. Aranda gets it to Barunda. Barunda driving in, trying to put up a little scoop shot, and they call her for the travel. Under good intensive pressure, though, as she was getting worked on. Padilla was there, and was that Harrison?
I believe so.
And it'll be Harrison to inbound. Brings it down. Padilla running the point. Gets it to Harvey. Harvey back to Padilla. She tunes up for a 3-ball. It does not fall. Schaus gets the ball, tips it, but it is controlled by Barunda. They get it over to Castro. Castro on the right wing pulls up and gets it into Barunda in the lane. Her shot no good. Schaus with the rebound, and the putback also no good, but she gets fouled and she'll go to the free throw line, and they're going to call that, I believe, on Padilla. Nope, she's already got 2. Let's see, 42. They call that on Kuykendall. That's her first. And that will put Abby at the line. Schaus will shoot and try to increase this Lovington lead here in the fourth quarter. First one is up, no good.
And Lovington tonight just 2 of 8 from the free throw line. Ouch.
Yeah, they really have had trouble.
I'm sorry, 2 of 9.
Really, everything else in their game has been strong and good tonight. They're maybe creating, turning the ball over a little too much. And their free throw shooting hasn't been good. Maybe Schaus can bury this one, and no good. And it is 33 Frederick with the rebound. Gives it over to Padilla. Padilla run the point. Move all the way to the right. Thinks about the shot. Not clear for it. Gives it Harvey. Now back to Padilla in the right corner. Barunda on her, in her face. Gets it to Harvey. Harvey out midcourt. Back over to Padilla. Thinks about the 3. Nap on her, so she drives in. Almost loses it. Good defense by Barunda. And Schaus in there. And a 3-ball attempt up from the corner. No good. Harrison gets it. The ball was short, and Harrison got it. And then they're going to call, I believe they're going to call the foul. They're going to call the travel, or the jump ball. Wow, that was a quick. Didn't take long. I mean, the hands were not on that ball long enough, I think, for a run. And on the inbound, stolen away. Padilla's got it. But then it is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Artesia basketball. Good hustle, good heads-up work by Barunda. She's a little frustrated there. But it is Kraft to inbound. And the ball taken away, so another turnover. And Castro's got it. She takes it, tries to take it coast to coast.
Wow, how did that go clean?
Wow, and Padilla blocks it, takes it away, and brings it down. Lovington quicker on the transition, gets the defense set, and Artesia just has to pass it around. A shot up from the top of the arc, no good, and that's Barunda with another rebound. She pulls up, thinks about the shot, passes it to Aranda. Aranda at the top of the arc, and Aranda with a 3-ball. It's her first tray of the night. Puts Lovington back up 36-27, 9-point lead now. Harvey with the ball for Artesia, gives it to Padilla. Padilla tries the 3, it won't fall. Harrison with the rebound and the putback, and it is good. Now, 36-29. Knapp with the ball, running full out. Pulls up, thinks about the shot, doesn't fall, passes it, and a no-look pass is taken away. Another turnover for Lovington.
Number 20 for Lovington. They've got to hold on to the ball better.
And Artesia with the ball. Harvey to Padilla on the right wing. All the way over to Kraft. Kraft drives in, tries to puts up a little jumper, it won't fall, and Schaus right there with the rebound denies a second look for Artesia. And now Lovington can afford to burn just a little clock, but they're only 7 points ahead. They can't hold up for very long. But Barunda taking her time, passes to Aranda. Aranda going to drive all the way in, tries to put it up and in, no good. Schaus with the rebound, and her putback, no good. And this time it is Frederick who comes down with it. Leaves it off for Padilla. She'll run the point, right side, drives in the lane. Schaus trying to block it out, and she does send it out of bounds, but I think they'll call her for the foul.
Nope, they're going to say clean, and I think that's probably
a good
probably a return for one on Padilla the other way a couple of minutes ago.
I think so. I think that we thought that was not a clean block. This time a little iffy, but not called. That's okay. Artesia with a 3-ball attempt up, no good. And the rebound by Harvey and the putback, no good. And Barunda picks it up, gives it to Castro. Castro leaves it off for Knapp. Castro with another assist, and Knapp with 2 more points and makes it 38-29. Back up to a 9-point lead for Lovington. Clock is ticking, 4.5 left to play. A nice pass right to Harrison in lane. She quietly and quickly posted up and puts it up and in from the left. Coming back the other way, that is Barunda. Barunda going to run the point, getting worked on by Harrison. Barunda moving it, working it. Spin move, and tries a little jump shot, a little floater. Are they going to say that she traveled? They're going to say that she gets fouled by Harrison. Let's see.
Yeah,
they call the foul. Yep, and it is on Harrison. First one on her. 38-31, just a 7-point lead here for Lovington. And pressure free throws for Barunda. Lovington needs every point they can get here. 4:11 left to play in the game, and the first one's going to rattle in. Hit front, hit back, and then rattled home. So she's made 2 of her free throw attempts tonight. Lovington a little woeful in that category tonight. Second one is up and even better than the first. So 2 at the line puts Lovington back up 9 points. Harvey brings it across timeline. Over to Harrison. Harrison passing, trying to find Kraft, and it's knocked away by Aranda. Good hustle. It'll stay Artesia basketball. They'll inbound in front of their bench. Kraft into Harvey. Harvey's going to move it around to Harrison. Harrison on the right wing. Back to Harvey. Back to Harrison. She pulls up right on the line. Her three's no good, but Whitmire with the rebound and the putback is good. Whitmire with 2 more points. She's been quiet in the second half. 40-33 is your score. Knapp with the ball. 3:40 left to play in the game. Knapp looking for some help. Calls for Castro. Castro brings it. Comes up. Takes it. Now getting worked on. Leaves it off for Knapp. Knapp turns on the Jets. Getting worked on by Harvey. Drives in. Comes back out. Circles around. Now just going to pull out and reset the O. Knapp leaves it off for Castro. Lovington going to burn a little clock here, but you just got to be careful and take care of the ball.
Yeah, it's okay to do this, but if you get an open look, you've got to take it.
And Aranda leaves it off for Castro. They're going to make, and at least she leaves it off for Knapp. Knapp loses a handle on it. Whitmire picks it up, and they're not going to call anything. They're going to say that was just a steal, a turnover. And they give it to Harvey, tries the 3-ball. It does not fall, and Aranda with the rebound. A long pass to Knapp, up and in from the left, and she draws the foul. Count the bucket for Knapp, and they're going to call the foul, I believe, on Kraft.
And that's 10 points very quietly for Carly Knapp tonight.
Yeah, as she had 2. She just had 2 points in the first half, but she hit a tray in the third quarter, had a couple of points at the line, and now 2 baskets in a row. Nice work for her. They call that foul, and the shot up, no good, 42-33. They get it to Kraft. Kraft tries the 3-ball, no good. Fight for the rebound. Whitmire comes up with it. Her shot, no good. And Schaus comes up with the rebound, but I think they're going to say she gets fouled from behind. They're going to call it on Harvey.
Yeah, nope. They're going to call the punch on Whitmire,
on
actually.
Whitmire, not Harvey. All right. And
Next one, Lovington goes into the bonus.
That's right. So 42-33, back to a 9-point lead for Lovington, and time's running out for Artesia. As Lovington did burn a little clock, I think, and it was when I was watching Coach Bridgeforth, and that was what he was calling. He was calling for them to move the ball around, work the ball out, burn some clock, and try to take care of the ball. And now a timeout, but it's just a 30-second timeout, and we'll take it with them. So 9-point lead for Lovington with just a couple of minutes to go in this game. So Artesia not out of it yet. They've been here, they've been gamers, and they have been really trying, and they have fallen further behind, and then they've managed to come back and shave it down. But as soon as they got within about 5, 6, 7 points, Lovington has managed to stretch it back out. So let's see what they do in the last 2.5 minutes of play. 2:34 left on the clock out of that 30-second timeout. 42-33 your score here. Lovington looking to punch their ticket into the next game of this district tournament. Artesia trying to play spoiler and try to get themselves into the state tournament. Lovington will have the ball out of their timeout. Aranda bounce pass into Castro. Castro still in the back court. Passes over to Aranda. Aranda will work it across timeline. Over to the right. Whitmire trying to steal it. It goes out of bounds, and actually they say that it does. It is going to be a turnover.
And that's 22 turnovers now for Lovington.
Yep, and that
3 possessions up, not enough.
So 42-33 with 2:22 left. Harvey gets the ball over to the right, gets it back. They're passing the ball, finding Whitmire in the lane. She trips up the shot, and it is good, and no foul called on that. Whitmire with 2 more points shaves it down, 42-35. Lovington, the clock is their friend, but they have to take care of the ball. 2 minutes left. Castro's got it, but it was punched away by Thacker. And they get it up to Barunda. Barunda trying to pass to Knapp in the lane. It's taken away by Harvey. Another turnover. Harvey up to Whitmire. Whitmire in the corner has Aranda in her face. Thought about the 3. Now she has to pull back. She'll reset. Top of the arc. Leave it off for Thacker. Thacker trying to pass it over and find Frederick, and instead Barunda knocks it away. Aranda comes down with it. And Aranda with the ball mid-court. And again, Chief Bridgeforth calling on Lovington to just slow up the pace a little bit. Malaya Castro driving in the lane, trying to put up a shot. It won't fall, and it's going to be controlled by Artesia. And they get it up to Whitmire. Whitmire almost loses it. Kicks it out. Harvey at the top of the arc, and her 3 does go in. That's the second tray for Harvey, and makes it a 42-38 game. Artesia within 4 points. Lovington's ball. Malaya Castro passing it up to Knapp. Knapp with Harvey close by on her heels, and the ball knocked away. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay Lovington basketball, but Artesia smelling blood in the water. 42-38. They are down by 4 with 1:01 left. And again, Lovington with a 4-point lead. This is coming down. This is the closest the games have been since the very beginning of it. Barunda losing the handle, almost stolen away, gets it up to Castro, and I think Chief Bridgeforth is calling. No, I think the referee called a timeout.
Yeah, they're going to call the punch on
Okay.
Kirkendall
So
as she
against
sent
Schaus.
Abby sliding through the lane.
It was a contact away from the ball, and yeah, Kirkendall with the second foul on her. I just looked up and saw her Abby holding her jaw. She got an elbow in the face, I think.
And that will put Schaus at the line to shoot 2, because that puts Lovington in the bonus.
55.41 seconds left to play in the game, and Lovington is up 42-38, up by 4. Schaus at the line. Important free throws. First one is a miss. She'll have another chance at it. I'm running out of room on my line there by Schaus's name. She's been very active in this game. A lot of boards and some points as well. The second one no good. Fight for the rebound. Harrison's got it. And then they're going to call Barunda. She was fighting to try to take it away, and they're going to say Barunda fouled Harrison. Yep. And that is going to be, that's what, the 3rd foul, I believe.
Yeah, that'll be the 3rd on Barunda, but just the 1st on Lovington, so they've still got fouls to give.
42-38, 50 seconds left. Padilla running the point, bringing it up coast to coast. It's taken away, but then Kirkendall gets it back, and then her shot up no good. Aranda with the rebound, a very important one. Leaves it off for Castro's got it, and they're going to call Padilla with a foul. Intentional, really, because at this point with 34, just less than 35 seconds left to play, and Artesia down by 4, that's all they can do, really, is they needed to foul. They foul Castro, and Castro has been to the line 0 times tonight that I've got.
Yep, it is her first trip.
And her first one, very important. She does sink that one. Now a 5-point lead with 34.82 seconds left on the clock.
Important to make this to make it 2 full possessions in the lead.
And that one is no good, and it's Harrison with the rebound. Bringing it down. Harrison stops, thinks about the 3, gets it to Padilla. Padilla driving in, too much traffic, gets it to Kuykendall, then gets it back. The ball loose, and Whitmire will control, but I think she gets bumped from behind by Castro. Yep, and they do call Castro on that, so it'll be on the floor. It'll be on the floor, and that is going to be Whitmire to inbound. 21.86 seconds left. The inbound is going to be deflected by Knapp. It goes out of bounds, so Whitmire will try it again. 20.50 seconds on the clock. 43-38, a 5-point lead by Lovington, and this has turned into a heater of a game here. The second half, a better one for Artesia. Lovington has led. They get it. Harrison trying to drive across the baseline. No room, so they get it to Whitmire. Lovington, very, very good defense, keeping Artesia out of the paint. Nowhere to go with it. Finally, Whitmire gets it in, tries to find Kuykendall. Then Padilla trying to drop the 3 in from the right wing at the buzzer. The shot no good, and Lovington wins this one. Whoosh! A little bit of sweat there at the end of the game, as Artesia definitely made a good game of it in the second half, but Lovington able to prevail. 43-38, the final, a 5-point win for Lovington, and they move on, and they will play Portales, and we'll talk about that in a very quick post-game wrap, because the Lovington boys and Goddard boys are going to be on the court to play the second of a doubleheader here, Wildcat Gym, for district tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym for district tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com, as Lovington has won this game in 43-38 final score. Lovington led at the end of the first 15-2, at halftime 21-13, at the end of the third 33-27, and the final score 43-38. In that second half, Artesia came back and really closed the gap several times and made Lovington really work for it and sweat. I mean, Lovington scored 22 points in the second half, but Artesia scored 25. And Lovington, if they hadn't had such a good lead at halftime, things might have turned out very differently at the end. So 43-38, your final score here, and Lovington turning the ball over a lot more in that second half than they did. They only had 10 turnovers in the first half, but boy, they turned over the ball a lot, and that was because of, Artesia ratcheting up the pressure against them. But as far as points, rebounds, and so forth, what do we have, TJ Miracle?
All right, quickly for Artesia, their leading scorer tonight, and they had a lot of girls in the books, but 7 points for Kaylee Padilla. She was the leading scorer. 6 points for Whitmire, 6 points for Harvey. Then you had 5 points for Kuykendall, And let's see, 5 points for Kraft, 3 points for Thacker, 4 points for Harrison, 2 points for Frederick. As a team, Artesia with 33 rebounds, as Frederick, Harrison, and Whitmire each with 6 rebounds in the ball game. Artesia goes 1 of 5 from the free throw line, and they turn the ball over 17 times. For your Lovington Lady Cats, leading scorer tonight was Ashlyn Barunda, finishes up with 12 points and 14 rebounds. Ashlyn was the leading rebounder tonight, too. 10 points in the books for Carly Knapp, 8 for Malaya Castro, 7 Aubrey Aranda, 2 points Jabri Rios, 2 points Abigail Schaus. She did have 13 rebounds to go along with that, and then 2 points for Leslie Corral. Lovington 45 rebounds as a team, go just 4 of 16 from the free throw line. Ouch, just 25% from there. And as you mentioned on the turnovers, 23 of those. But you move on, and now you get another shot at the Portales Lady Rams on Friday.
And I know Lovington wants to have that rematch because they did not play well against Portales this last Friday night, losing 55-15. So they have a little chip on their shoulder. They want to go in. They've beaten Portales has beaten them twice in this season. Everybody will always talks about how hard it is to beat a team 3 times. So Lovington, I think, is ready. They played well and pretty consistently against Artesia tonight. They're going to have to watch the ball. They turned over the ball too many times to Portales as it was, and they had too many turnovers in this one all told, especially in that second half. So against a team like Portales, they're going to have to clean that up a little bit and clean up their shooting was a little cold, especially in that first half against Portales as well. So looking ahead, that game is actually going to be on Friday night in Portales. So that is what's next for the Lovington girls, having won this one. Congratulations, as they will move on and look to try to win the district tournament. If they could do that, they get an automatic berth into the state tournament, but even more importantly, their seeding would go up higher and they would likely get a home game.
Well, that's still a possibility.
It is,
so we'll just
it's a
have to see
possibility even
on
now.
Sunday. So,
even now with this win, they needed this win to give them a chance at a home game. As you know, we'll just have to see. Of course, all the rankings and everything will be, and the seedings will be announced on Sunday for that. But we'll have that game coming up on Friday night, I believe at 6 o'clock. From Portales. So, but next we will have a timeout, and we will be back with Lovington boys against Roswell Goddard here at Wildcat Gym. Coming up in just a few minutes, right here. It's a district tournament action on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Good evening and welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. This is your Lovington Auto Supply. Pardon me, that's not yet. It's our Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from Stone Oilfield Services right here in Lovington. If you need anything out in the patch, WH and the whole Stone family would be happy to take care of you. Stone Oilfield Services, proud supporters of the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. So the Lady Cats pulling the big victory in game one, and they will get another crack at Portales on Friday night. Now it's up to the Lovington boys to go 2-0 tonight here at the friendly confines and get another crack at Artesia on Friday night, Dawn.
Yeah, and you know, after that last game, Coach Pack told us, after they had beaten Goddard, Coach Pack told us how the boys really love playing in this gym. They like being home. They like the home crowd. They like feeling the love, and they feel like they perform and execute much better when they are here in this gym. And they're really happy, and you know, the way things are falling, you never know. It does not look likely that they would get a home game, but you never know. And Casey was saying, you know, they really want to give themselves every opportunity, just like the girls did, to not just move on, but to increase their ranking, their seeding, to try to get a home game, if they could, for the first round of the state tournament, which is that play-in game, which is a must-win. You must win, and their chance at that, they think, if they're playing at home, and that's what they want to do. So right now, tonight, it's going to be incumbent to win this game. They know that they can win, you know, against this team, and they've just got to put their whole game together from beginning to end. Consistency really going to be key, I think, in this one for the Lovington boys.
Well, and I think, you know, you're right, consistency, which means you can't take any time off. They sometimes have some quarters where they just kind of basically fail to show up, unfortunately.
And sometimes it's the third quarter, yeah.
And if that happens to them tonight, this Goddard team has the ability to go ahead and stretch it out. We saw it there at their place a couple of weeks ago. And so Goddard, knowing they can beat this team, and Goddard is going to be on a big high because they knocked off Artesia to end the regular season. So they've got to be feeling pretty good about their chances coming into this one, too. And, you know, Lovington, knowing probably going to be in the playoffs. I think it's an almost a certainty.
Right.
But Goddard at number 18 right now in both the Max Preps and the coaches' polls, they're outside looking in. They know they've pretty much got to win this tournament if they want a shot at playing in the playoffs.
Absolutely. If you win the district tournament, you get an automatic berth into the state tournament, but then you still have to win that play-in game. Goddard is looking to play spoiler tonight. They have nothing, you know, nothing to lose but this ball game, to play full out, coming in, as you said, with confidence after beating Artesia, and to try to spoil things for Lovington. And Lovington right now, the way that they're situated, they're kind of a, you know, it looks likely for a state you know, a berth into the state tournament, but they've got to put the best record they can together. They're kind of a bubble team, or close to being a bubble team as it stands right now.
Well, bubble for the home game.
For the home game, that is. But they look, you know, like they are going to definitely make it in the state tournament. But yeah, trying to get that home game is what it's all about. And they like, so we would like to say that this is not their last, you know, game at home. They had their senior night this last Friday night, you know, in that doubleheader, and so it was nice to see the boys and the girls with that senior night, and Lovington losing, you know, a few of their top players after this season. But they definitely are going to be here tonight looking for, you know, for blood against Goddard. They want to play their best game, and they want to come away with the W like the girls did tonight. It was a good lead-in, good excitement that ended up with a really, you know, exciting finish, kind of a close game at the end. And it also allowed for the gym to fill up a little bit more. It was kind of quiet and empty for the girls' game for much of it, but now we're seeing more fans come in, seeing the stands get a little more full, and that means loud, and that means six-man support, and that means a lot when you're closing in on what could be your last home game of the season in your home gym today.
Well, very, very possible. And when we talked to actually Coach Casey Pack before the girls' game, he came up to say hello, and he said, I don't think unless we can win the tournament, which we might very well do, he said, I don't think we're going to get a home game. They're not going to be nice to us. They never are. He was thinking that they would probably be on the road for the first round, win or lose,
right,
somewhere like Pewaukee or Silver City. So I would almost like to play Silver, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I have my own selfish reasons for that. But, for Lovington, it's all about, getting, as you mentioned, that highest seed and then going and seeing what you can do when the playoffs start with that play-in game or the old regional round game next Saturday evening.
Yeah, it's a must-win. Now, before they can think about that, they've got this game in front of them, so you can't get your cart before your horse. You've got to keep your eye on the road and the distance for your long-term goal, but to control your own destiny or as much as you can, you've got to play the game that's in front of you right now tonight, and that is the game against Goddard, and they want to put up their best game, and they had a good game on Friday night. They really did, playing pretty well, and we'll see if they can go ahead and do that. Now, I noticed something interesting tonight. We thought Valente Herrera was out for the season. Now, he had been in street clothes the last couple of games with the injury. He's warming up with the team. I don't know whether that's because Valente's a senior and this could be his last, appearance on home court. I don't know, but he warmed up with the team. He doesn't have the boot on or anything on him, not even wrapped that we can see. So I don't know whether he's actually going to play or whether he's if he's just warming up with the team or not. But he was in.
I would imagine they'll be very careful with him anytime you have a foot injury, and especially with Valente signing with New Mexico Military for football next year. He may see some time in this one, but I have a feeling they will be very careful with it.
They're not going to want that to turn into a big problem that would keep him out of uniform, for his team that he signed for.
That is correct. So thanks for being with us tonight here at Wildcat Gym, your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. We'll wrap that up here in just a minute. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan. Tiff and Evie keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. Abigail Schall shadowing tonight and running the camera for the boys game. And Abigail, let's bring you in quickly. Congratulations on the win, moving on against Portales.
Thank you, TJ. We really appreciate y'all's support, and that was a really tough game. We played together. That was a big key.
It was much better than on Friday night.
That's the momentum that we need to keep against Portales on Friday, and that's our plan, is to definitely keep that momentum going, because that is what cost us last time.
Yeah, and you took a pretty good shot in the jaw there from, I think it was Kuykendall, who came down and gave you an elbow in the face there. That's a little tough.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Not my first rodeo,
right, though. You're going to hang in there. So we are just about to get this one underway. I don't know. I don't think they're going to redo the national anthem. We did that before.
I don't think so, but we'll just keep it right here. And so, this will be the second game, and we will have your starters for you coming up here in just a couple of minutes, as the Wildcats were in the home white unis with the blue letters and numbers. The Goddard Rockets in their road navies with white letters and numbers. And so, they are not going to be doing the national anthem, and so they are introducing the teams out onto the court. So wrap up your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from Stone Oilfield Services right here in Lovington. Anything you need out in the patch, WH and the whole Stone family will get you taken care of. Stone Oilfield Services, proud supporters of the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. And as we get ready to start this one, introducing the starters for the Goddard Rockets. It'll be Eli Barncastle, number 12, Isaiah Mestis, number 23, Ezekiel Barola, number 33, Josiah Castillo, and I didn't catch the last one but
I think Mosquito.
Okay, so Mosquito, he had a big game the other night. So Kyle Mosquito, number 50, the other starter for your Lovington Wildcats tonight.
Do you need to move that in?
And so for the Wildcats tonight, I have a feeling our starters are going to be number 4, Elijah Rivero, probably number 10, JoJo Perez, number 24, Cale Covington, and we'll just have to see. Coach Casey Pack has moved around some of his players a little bit tonight. as we continue to move on through this one. Of course, while we've got a moment, I'd like to say a big thank you to all the great sponsors who make Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat sports possible. You see them there on the bottom of your screen. You're hearing their ads. Be sure you thank those folks for supporting your Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. And yep, Valente is in uniform tonight, so good to see him back. And so hopefully we'll see a little time tonight.
Yeah, he comes off the bench, and he is, he's good size and muscle and presence underneath the basket. And sometimes when they're giving Cale Covington a little bit of a break, they'll bring Valente in. And Valente also can shoot. I mean, he's scored some points in the games, as well as trying to work the boards and be a physical presence underneath the basket.
And it looks like your starters tonight for your Lovington Wildcats is Coach Casey has shifted things up a little bit. Number 3, Danny Criswell, and number 4, Elijah Rivero. They'll be your starting backcourt. Then you'll have Micah Pondo and Donovan Gomez in the forward positions, and Cale Covington as your center tonight. So for your Cats, it'll be Criswell and Rivero, Pondo, Gomez, and Covington. For the Rockets, it'll be Barncastle, Mestis, Barola, Castillo, and Mesquita. So that will be how they line it up here tonight, as we've got some guys changing jerseys on the sidelines. Don't know what that's all about. But
I guess maybe they had the wrong jerseys on according to it may not line up with the roster. And I think in district play that can get you in trouble.
You can get a tech for that.
So I think they had to quickly kind of get that fixed.
So Barncastle has the number 1 on once again, and Castillo wearing number 33. And Castillo will take the jump against Covington. And Casey Pack also told us that Cale feeling much better. He'd been a little bit under the weather and fighting some stuff, and so he's back in, and he will win the opening tip. It'll go back to Criswell, and here we go. Underway round 1 of the 4-4A district tournament. Pondo get it to Covington on the left base, though the fastball out to Gomez. Gomez to Pondo. Left corner, 3 on the way, and bang!
Wow, just like that, just seconds into this game.
Just how the girls' game started, too, with a 3 right off the opening tip. So 30 seconds into this one, Lovington up early as Mestis will direct traffic from the 10-foot line. Tosses it over to the left side with Barola. Barola coming back near side to Sanchez, who winds up getting the start. Work it around Barola, and Criswell picks his pocket, and then Barola going to hug him. And so I think they're going to call Barola on the foul. They should.
Going for a bear hug.
And I thought it was funny how Criswell put his hands up. He wanted to make it very clear who was hugging whom and who was fouling whom there.
Well, it's a friendly rivalry, so get the hug in early. To Pondo, and then they'll toss it to the right elbow. Now it'll come to Covington in the right baseline. Picks up the dribble, throws it out. Pondo, NBA level 3 from the top of the arc, and bang!
2 trays in a row puts Lovington up 6-0 here early on.
So now it'll be Mestis. He'll take it into the front court to Sanchez. Working the right wing in front of the Lovington bench. Tosses it to Castillo. Now back out. Mestis with the little head fake. Takes it to the right block. Now to Castillo in the right corner. His 3 ball is up, and it is good.
Wow. So a battle of the trays here early on. 6-3 to score.
Running the point, bringing it across the timeline. It'll be Criswell. Criswell to Rivero, back to Criswell. Left wing, 3 ball up and bang!
4 straight trays to start this game.
9-3, Lovington in the lead. 3 trays for Lovington and 1 for Goddard.
And 100% shooting for these teams from the floor so far.
Mestis tosses it over to Sanchez. Criswell picks him up quickly. Now back to Barncastle, work it to Barola. He'll toss it into the deep left corner, 3 ball on the way, and that one is in and out, no good, and it'll be Castillo with the rebound and the putback. 5 points for Josiah Castillo, has all 5 in the books for the Rockets. 2 minutes have expired here in the first quarter. Pondo bouncing it to Criswell, thinks about the 3 right wing, picks up the dribble, gets it to Pondo left wing, 3 ball up, and that one will be an air ball. Covington will save it, but right into the Goddard bench, and so it'll be Goddard basketball. Lovington up 9-5. 5:49 remaining here in the first. Starters still on the floor for the Cats and for the Rockets. Must-win situation for Goddard tonight. Lovington holding on to the hope that they can somehow get a home game in the playoffs. To Mestis, right wing, 3 ball on the way, and that one will be tipped by Pondo off the glass and out. It'll stay Rocket basketball.
2 of 4 shooting now for Goddard, and Lovington 1 of 4.
Mestis from right of his own bucket. Waits for somebody to spring free. Looking to toss it in. 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5 to 5. Gets it in right at the 5 to Barncastle. Back out near the timeline to Sanchez, to Barola. Back to, that's Mestis. Mestis backs it up. 15-foot fadeaway, and it is up and good. Isaiah Mestis gets Goddard to within a bucket with 5:18 to go in the first. 9-7, Lovington in the lead. Rivero to Gomez, over to Chris. Will toss it to the baseline with Kale. Now over to Rivero. Rivero hippity hop through the lane, throws it in to Kale. He's going to get fouled as Barncastle hacked him. First personal on Barncastle, second team foul on Goddard, and it'll put Covington at the line for 2.
Now 3 of 5 shooting for Lovington from the floor, and 2 of 5 for Goddard.
So Covington at the line, where he's about 75% on the season. Bends the knees, eyes it, skies it, and clanks it off the front. I should never, ever give percentages before the first shot.
All right, that's okay. Announcer's curse. Maybe Kale can break it on this one. 9-7 your score. Lovington up just by 2.
Lovington still looking for their first rebound of the ball game, too, with 3 minutes into this one.
Wow. Got their perimeter shooting, but that can die on
Second one
you.
for Covington is up, and that will rattle home. 10-7, Lovington up by a 3-pointer. The inbound to Castillo, and they'll get it over to Mestis. Mestis will turn it up across the timeline, toss it out, top of the arc. Castillo thinks about the 3, thinks better of it. Now they'll work it around to Barola from the left elbow. His shot up, no good. Castillo there with another rebound and another putback.
Well,
7 points for Castillo, and he's gotten putbacks on both of his boards.
And all 7 points for Goddard so far.
Checking into the ball game will be Chicken Perez. So the 8th grader seeing his first action tonight. Chicken will flip it back out to Rivero. Rivero to Chicken. Thinks about the 3. Mestis gets to him quickly enough to keep him from pulling it down. Valenzuela, NBA level 3, and bang for Braxton.
Wow, that is amazing. And Braxton had a 3 or 2 in that last game as well.
The 2 8th graders seeing some time in this 2-3 matchup in the district tournament to Mestis, NBA 3 right wing. That one is off the mark, and the Cats will just watch that one go out of bounds. Lovington basketball with 4:07 to go in the first. A 3-point exhibition for Lovington.
And these 8th graders and freshmen pulled up for a district have very well for Lovington. They're playing much older than they would appear just by virtue of how young they are as far as classification goes.
Comes into Perez. He'll get it to Valenzuela. Valenzuela cycles into the paint. The running floater from about 10, no good, and it'll go out of bounds. And Valenzuela just let it go. Could have tried for it, but held off on it as Casadas will come in as Gomez will check out. The inbound comes in from Barncastle over to Goddard. 3:51 remaining here in the first quarter. To Mosquito, who just checked in. Mosquito will hand it off to Barncastle, top of the arc, to Sanchez. Sanchez to Barola, chicken on him. Now back to Barncastle as Casada swats it away. That'll be the first turnover for the Rockets to Covington. He'll run it back down. He'll take it to the right baseline and then out to Chicken from the right wing for 3. That went off the back of the iron, and from the tip, Kale will tip it into the Goddard bench, and it should be Goddard basketball, and it will.
And all you can do there is really just try to save it and hope that one of your teammates can get there in time. In that case, it was not meant to be, so give it to Goddard.
Mosquito will bring it into the front court, and Goddard will reset the offense. Mosquito to Barola, who directs traffic from the far sideline, where the Stray Cats are set up in the opposite mezzanine. To Sanchez. Needing a little help. Mosquito, he'll outlet it to him on the near side. Get it into Castillo, now out to Barola. Left wing 3 ball up, that one no good, and Covington will have the first Lovington rebound of the night. Kale brings it into the front court, tosses to a wide open Rivero, the reverse layup, up and in. From the left base to the right base, and Rivero has the bucket.
Just like that, Lovington stretching this out a little bit. 6-point lead now.
Back up by 6 as that one will come off the foot of Mosquito, and it will come into the backcourt, and they will call the backcourt violation on the Rockets. That'll be their second turnover. Give it back to Lovington in their offensive zone. 15-9, the Cats in the lead. 2:41 remaining here in the first.
6 of 9 shooting from the floor for Lovington, and only 4 of 8 shooting for Goddard.
Sanchez out as they'll toss it around, and Valenzuela right corner for 3, and bang! Braxton Valenzuela has his second 3 ball of the quarter. And Lovington now doubles up on the Rockets, 18-9. 2:25 remaining here in the first. That'll be Mestis with it, runs into Chicken, gets it back to Castillo. Now they get it into the deep right corner. Barncastle for three, and that one will be in and out. And it'll be Chicken with the rebound, his first. The 8th grader brings down the board. He'll toss it to Valenzuela. Working the right sideline. Now flip it to Covington on the right elbow. Tries to go baseline to Criswell and stolen away by the Rockets as Barola goes around Covington. Will drive it hard in, and they will call the, they're going to get the block. I thought Valenzuela had gotten in and gotten the feet set. They said he was shuffling. First personal on Valenzuela. First team foul on the Cats. And it'll put Barola at the line for 2.
All 18 points that Lovington has scored have been 3-pointers.
Except for the bucket by Rivero and the free throw.
Exactly. So
Barola at the line for 2. Bends the knees, eyes it, skies it, and it is good. Now 18-10 as Barncastle out and Porras checking in. Goddard with the size advantage out there, at least the height advantage over the Wildcats. Second one is up for Barola. That one no good, and it'll be Covington with the rebound. That'll be his second. Kale will leave it off for Perez. Chicken will run the point. Brings it up right over the big cat at center court. Comes near side to Criswell. Gets the screen from Casadas. Then back over to Chicken. Toss it in to Casadas. Left corner. 3-ball on the way. That one is in and out. And that board will be brought down by Theo. That'll be his third. Domestis in front of the scorers table across the timeline. 90 seconds remaining first half. 8-point Lovington lead. To Castillo. 12-footer from the right. Base is up and in. Josiah Castillo with 9 points here in the first.
One of them a tray.
So back come the Wildcats.
A minute 16 left in the first.
18-12, 6-point Wildcat lead. Chicken bounces it over to Criswell. Criswell will move it around, give it off to Casadas. Casadas back to Perez, now out to Valenzuela in front of the bench, and he will clank that one off the front of the iron, and Barola will wind up with it right off the iron, his first board. Mestis to the front court, under a minute to play here in the first. Mestis splits through traffic, no look pass, beautiful look, and up on the baseline and good, as it'll be Castillo now with 11 points.
Nice moves.
And timeout going to be taken by Coach Charles Gore. It's just a 30, so we'll keep it right here with 48 seconds to go in the first. Goddard and the Cats hooking it up here tonight, 18-14. Big thank you to all of our great sponsors. You see them, you hear them, be sure you thank them, and give them your business for making it possible for us to do this and never having to charge you and never having to beg you for donations. It's because of those great sponsors that we don't have to do that. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Abigail Schaus running camera and shadowing tonight. Tiff and Evie keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square.
Out of the timeout, just a 31. We're back to action, and just a 4-point lead for Lovington against Goddard in a game that both of these teams want to win. Lovington kind of needing this game.
Not a must-win for the Wildcats, but it's must-win if you want to have any shot at a home game in the playoffs, which even Coach Pack was not real happy about. Is Pondo for three and bang!
Wow.
Third tray for Micah Pondo. He just needed to go sit on the bench for a minute, take a deep breath, and come back out and then go tray begin. 3 trays in the first quarter.
He is on fire.
Over to Barola. Chicken picks him up. To Mosquita. Now they'll toss it around. Get it to Porras. Porras working against Criswell. He'll bounce it into the deep right corner. That will be Mestis. Mestis will back it up with 15 seconds to go in the first. 7-point Wildcat lead. To Mosquita. To the free throw line. To Porras. He'll move through, split through 2 Wildcats, and he'll put up the little jumper, no good, and it'll be Chicken with the rebound. Perez will bring it back down with 2, with 1, lets it fly, and just off the mark.
So close,
It was the Cats 21, the Rockets 14. We're back in 1 minute for the second quarter. Lovington Wildcat basketball continues in a moment right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com.
to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Back here at Wildcat Gym, as my commercial tablet decided it wanted to die right in the middle as we were going to break. But we are back, and Lovington in the lead, 21-14. I'm TJ Miracle. She's Dawn Morgan. Abigail Schaus running camera and shadowing tonight. Tiffany Eby in studio engineering and producing. 7-point Wildcat lead on a 3-point exhibition in the first half. Starters back on the floor for the Wildcats and the Rockets. It'll be Mestis, and he'll get fouled. They're going to call that one on Gomez, and Casey's not happy about it. I think they're going to say what I would normally do with this would be tic-tac. And no, they don't put a foul up on the board. So, yep, there they do. They put it up. So, yep, it is on Gomez. So his first personal, first team foul. Toss it into the deep left corner for Porras. Porras working against Criswell. Now Gomez will pick him up back near the timeline. Uses up his dribble, needs some help. He'll get from Barola on the far sideline. Barola will just run it all the way in, and the teardrop floater is up and in for Barola. He's got 3 in the ball game.
Nice shot.
21-16, just underway, second quarter. Rivero throws the fastball to the right block. Now out to Criswell from Covington.
Wow.
Criswell to Gomez. Thinks about the 3, now to Covington. He'll take it through the baseline, through the post, shot up, no good, and it'll be Porras with the rebound. Rockets come away with it, and he'll start it back down the floor. Trigger it to Mosqueda, and then a long cross-court pass back to Mestis. Has a little trouble controlling it. Donovan better be careful if he gets in the air like that and they can draw contact. They'll get it to Mosqueda, working on front of the student section. Now back to Porras. Between the rings, working it out. It'll be Barola. Back to Mosqueda. They're just going to play catch for a little while. 6:50 to go, first half, 21-16. To the free throw line, Mosqueda to Barola. He'll take it, and he'll lose it off of his foot. Somehow managed to pick it up and save it back out to Mosqueda. No look pass to Mestis in the right corner for 3. That one is off the mark, and Pondo battles with Porras, and it'll be Porras touching it last. Lovington basketball.
You know, these teams only 1 offensive rebound apiece in the game so far.
4 rebounds for Lovington, 5 at this point for the Rockets. To the front court. It'll be Rivero to Pondo, 18-footer from the right corner, and that one's good. He was on foot on the line, but he's got 11. That'll lead it for the Wildcats, 23-16. Come on, Micah, you couldn't, be 3 inches further back.
Foot on the line, oh well.
Go to Porras. Hey, you're still up. No big deal. Up by 7 with 6 to go here in the first half. Move it around. That'll be Mosqueda. Picks up the dribble. Needs some help. Finds it Mestis, and then it'll be off of his hands and out of bounds. That'll be the 3rd turnover for the Rockets.
Looked like he just wasn't quite ready for that pass, but we'll take it.
And Casey Pack going to take a 30-second timeout.
From my point of view, he looked like he was sleeping.
Yeah, he
5:56 to go here in the first half, and Coach Casey will take the 30-second timeout. Each team has taken a timeout. We'll just leave it right here. Say big thanks to all of our great sponsors who make Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat sports possible. You see them, you hear them. We appreciate them very, very much. Of course, next up after tonight, if the Wildcats hold on and win this one, they'll head to Artesia and the Bulldog Pit Friday night at 6 o'clock. Next up for the girls, they will be on the road up at Portales at the RAC, the Ram Athletic Center. 6 o'clock on Friday night. We will have both those games for you. I'm going to go ahead and say we'll have both those games for you because the boys are going to win. I'm confident of that.
All right. Well, they're in the lead right now. They're up by 7.
But anything can happen.
Exactly.
I know.
Still 5:56 left to play in the second one, but exciting game so far.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch, DJ, I know. Or cats before they shed in this case.
Pretty quick moving as well. Not a lot of fouls.
Yes, it has been. Long cross-court pass to Dallas, who just checked into the ball game. Cardenas, Criswell, Pondo. Pondo thinks about the 3. They got to him quickly. Bounce it to Cale, to Rivero. Right corner, 3 ball on the way, no good. And it'll be Dallas fighting for the rebound. He'll come up with it and down with it and then up with it and in.
Nice as he checks in and scores within just a minute or so.
Of course, he'll be playing football next year at the Institute, too.
At NMMI.
He'll be right across the street from Goddard. As losing it almost is Mestis, almost a backcourt violation. He'll take it in, and Chris will just take it away from him. Danny will toss it down to Rivero. He'll toss it to Covington, coming back door through the left lane and in.
Beautiful give and go. So Elijah with an assist, or Crystal with the assist.
And Coach Gore will take the timeout. He'll take his second 30, so we'll just leave it right here as Lovington goes up 27-16. 5:06 remaining here in the first half. Coach Gore quickly trying to slow down a little Lovington momentum, as he is not a happy guy down there looking at him, and that's almost Casey Pack-like down there.
As far as the complexion, the redness of him, right? Goddard has only scored 2 points in this second quarter so far, although Lovington is not burning that up really, scoring 6 so far in, almost halfway through this the second quarter. 21-14 was the score at the end of the first quarter.
5:06 to go here in the first half. Out of the Rocket timeout, it'll be Goddard basketball. So they'll bring it into Mesquita, and he'll walk it across the center stripe. Dallas will pick him up. Tries the crossover now. He'll go into the left lane, puts up a little teardrop, no good, and it'll be Criswell with the rebound. First one for Danny. Criswell keeping himself to the front court. Backs it up. He'll flip it to Covington on the left baseline. Covington, a little spin move, takes it in, tosses out to Pondo. Pondo right slot for 3. That one is off the mark, and from the tip, Rivero will come away with it.
Nice work by Kale, though, tipping that to him.
And they'll reset between the rings, out by the 10-foot line with Cardenas. Now to Pondo, push it into Rivero, right base, trying to get it into the middle to Covington, and one pass too many there, but Rivero says, okay, I'll just take it back and then take it up and in. Elijah lays it home with the left hand. 29-16, so the team's trade turnovers, and Lovington cashes in on it.
Great hustle and persistence there in defense by Elijah.
Mesquita will direct a little traffic, hand it off, and actually run into Barola. Toss it out to Porras. Hippity hop into the lane. Now bounce it back out to Barola. He'll go hippity hop out and then get it to Sanchez in the left corner. Criswell gets to him quickly. Now they'll reset with Mesquita. And then a whistle and a travel called on the Rockets. Their 6th turnover of the game.
I definitely agree with that. I was just about to say, slid that foot, and that's when the whistle sounded. So definitely a chance for
as Aiden Luck will check in for the Rockets. And Chicken comes in for the Cats. Rivero, Perez, Cardenas, Pondo, and Covington on the floor for the Wildcats. Rivero back to Perez. Mesquita giving him a little bit of room there. Bounce it over to Cardenas. Dallas picks up the dribble. Now over, they'll throw it to Covington. Right block, he'll spin into the lane, bank it home. 5 points for K.O. Covington, and 31-16. Wildcats on a run here in the second quarter. That'll be Barola. He'll take it into the left corner. He'll pull up from 15. Shot up, no good. And from the tip, it'll be Chicken with the rebound. It's 3rd.
4 straight misses for Goddard now.
Perez goes coast to coast, leaves it off for Pondo. Wide open right corner for 3, and that one off the mark, but Covington with the rebound. Kale will then run it around, take it back, and lose the basketball as it's poked away.
I think they're going to call the foul.
Yep, they're going to get on Kale, too. I think just a frustration foul. So they'll get Kale. That'll be his first personal. 2nd team foul on the Cats. And it's the 3rd turnover for Lovington. They just had 1 turnover in the first quarter. 3:01 to go here in the first half.
4 of 8 shooting from the floor now for Lovington in this second quarter.
Barncastle back in. Barncastle, Mestis, Mesquita, Luck, and Sanchez on the floor for the Rockets.
1 for 5 shooting from Roswell. Goddard.
Mestis to Mesquita. He works against Perez. He'll take it to the left lane. Now get it into the right corner. Toss it around to Sanchez, drives in, and he will body off Casadas, and he will get the bucket and the foul. Sanchez first bucket of the ball game. Casadas just in the wrong place, wrong time, and couldn't get set. His first personal, 3rd team foul on the Cats. And a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way for Sanchez at the line for the and 1.
Lovington doing a good job of stretching things out here in this second quarter, although they've scored 10 points so far in this third.
And 1 is off the mark, and from the tip, it'll be Perez with the rebound. Perez will keep it himself, comes right up center court. The little head fake takes it to the free throw line, backs it out. Bouncing over to Cardenas, Mestis on him. Cardenas to Pondo. Mesquita giving him some room. Now bounce it into Casadas, and then he gets run over from behind by Sanchez. That'll be his first personal. 1st team foul on the Rockets. They do call the push foul. It is on the floor. As back in will be Braxton Valenzuela. So the two 8th graders out there for Lovington. And it'll be Rivero looking to toss it in. Rivero gets it into Dallas. Dallas not ready for it. And Cardenas loses it off of the shoulder and out. And so 4th turnover for the Wildcats. In the lead, though, 31-18.
If it were a tight game, that would be a lot more tragic.
Yes, it would. But you don't want to let that be what triggers a possible comeback, a momentum swinger. Mosquito NBA distance, left wing, an air ball right into the hands of Braxton Valenzuela. And he'll just leave it off for Perez. So Perez back to the front court with 2:06 remaining here in the first half. Rivero going to direct traffic from the far sideline to Valenzuela. Mestis gets to him quickly now over to Chicken. And he will bounce it and actually off of Barncastle, pick it back up himself to Valenzuela. Right wing for 3. That one off the mark. Battle for the rebound, and it'll be Perez who comes away with his 5th one. And Lovington gets another chance to reset it. Get it in. Rivero drives all the way to the rack, and he's going to get fouled. A couple of Rockets in the neighborhood. I'm thinking Mosquito, but we'll see. Yep.
Yeah, Mosquito also right there was Barncastle, but I think it was Mosquito that I saw.
It is, yep, 5-0. So his first personal, and it'll put Rivero at the line. First time tonight for Elijah at the stripe. First one for Rivero is up and good. He's got 5 in the ball game. Covington and Criswell will come back in for Casadas and for Cardenas.
Rivera with an assist and a steal as well. 32-18 your score. Lovington continuing to stretch this out.
Second one up for Elijah. And that one he'll get the roll over the front of the rim. Good. 33-18. 15-point Wildcat lead with 97 seconds remaining here in the first half. Mestis to the front court as Coach Gore is barking at one of the officials. The official basically just waved him off and said, "Back it off, Coach." So into the front court, it'll be Barncastle. Barncastle to Mestis. Mestis with Rivero on him. Takes it into the right wing, and they will call the reach foul on Elijah. That'll be his first personal, 4th team foul on the Cats. They're letting him play, and now Casey's barking.
Right.
And I think Casey's saying, "Well, hey, if he's, what did he pay you? I'll give you a little more." I don't think that's actually what the conversation's entailing.
If both coaches are mad at you, you're either doing something right or something very wrong, right?
That's what I've always heard. So as they'll get it to Mosquito, then over to Mestis with 1:08 to go. Toss it over to Luck, and he's going to get fouled driving the left baseline. Question is it going to be on Valenzuela or is it going to be on Covington? They're going to get Valenzuela for that one. That'll be his second personal.
That was a nice no-look pass by Sanchez, by the way.
So that'll put Aiden Luck at the line to shoot 2.
And it's hard to make that timing right. Barncastle came out and picked that up just at the right time.
Luck at the line, puts up the first, and it is in and out. So Goddard having their trouble from the stripe tonight. Missing the first. So Luck at the line. Eyes the second one. Bends the knees, puts it up, and that one is no good, and Covington will have 4 to the ball game. 1 minute remaining in the first. Rivero pushing it, trying to get it to Valenzuela. I think he was trying to go Valenzuela. Criswell was in the way, too. And Danny got the hand out there, and so that'll be turnover number 5 for Lovington.
I think unintentionally Criswell was kind of screening out the ball, and Valenzuela didn't realize it was on the way so fast to him.
So back to Mestis as Rocket basketball. Trying to cut into the 15-point Lovington lead. Hand it off to Sanchez, almost loses it, saves it, gets it to Barncastle, and he will just lose the basketball trying to drive in. 7th turnover for the Rockets. Criswell to the front court. Give it to Rivero. Rivero bouncing it into no man's land. Thought that Cale was going to be there. He was not. So back to Mestis. 3 on the way. That one up no good. And Covington will start it back the other way. Cale on the breakaway and lays it in. I thought, Cale, you're offline a little bit. Don't try and slam it. And he realized it and lays it home. And gets the bucket. 15 seconds remaining here in the first half. Lovington 35. Goddard 18. Now this place would have exploded, and there's a steal on the slam. Push it forward, Rivero, and he'll flip it up. Tried the alley-oop, and Luck with the rebound at the buzzer. We have played a half here in the first round of your 2025 4-4A district tournament. Lovington leading this one 35-18. We'll be back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
It's me, Sammy Sludge. I'm the sludge inside your pipes, your toilet pipes, bathroom sink pipes, even your kitchen sink pipe. I'm inside and outside causing all sorts of problems. Plumbing problems? Call the Master. Master Plumbers, serving households in Lee County and West Texas for over 20 years. Tell Sammy Sludge you called the Master. Master Plumbers, 397-9380.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? Battle Energy is ready to take the court with the Cats. For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
And welcome to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, trust me, my friends, at some point you will. Get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa. Get up and go. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan, Abigail Schaus running camera and shadowing tonight. Tiff and Evie Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things. Back at One Radio Square, and get up and go is what the Wildcats did in that first half. The Goddard Rockets, led by Josiah Castillo, he chipped in 11 points, all of them in that first quarter to keep it at least within touch. Then after that, it's a pretty good fall off. Ezekiel Barola with 3 points, then 2 points Isaiah Mestis, 2 points for Joaquin Sanchez, and that's it. Goddard goes 1 of 5 from the stripe in that first half. Only 6 rebounds, 8 turnovers for Goddard in the first half. They score 14 in the first, but only 4 in the second. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats, Micah Pondo is lit it up. He's got 11 points in the first half, 9 of those from beyond the arc. Then you got 7 points for Cale Covington, 6 points Braxton Valenzuela, 6 points for Elijah Rivero, 3 for Danny Criswell, 2 points for Dallas Cardenas. Leading rebounder for the Cats is Covington and Perez, actually. Chicken, the 8th grader, each with 5 rebounds. 14 rebounds as a team for the Cats, so they're more than doubling up the Rockets on the glass. Lovington goes 3 of 4 from the free throw line in the first half. 7 turnovers in that first half, but didn't really cost them anything. Scored 21 points in the first, 14 in the second. And that's how Lovington settles in at their 35 on the board. And now 16 minutes away from a return date to Artesia, Dawn.
That's exactly what they wanted, this kind of a scenario. They wanted to come out early, get up early, play consistently, and just continue to stretch out their lead. And they were, Goddard not helping themselves by their cold shooting. They went 6 of 13 from the floor, not counting free throws. 6 of 13 in the first, 2 of 9 in the second quarter, and for a total of 8 of 22 shooting from the floor with just 1 offensive rebound on that. Lovington going 9 of 15 in the first quarter, shooting 7 of 14 from the floor in the second. That totals 16 of 29. Lovington getting giving themselves way more shots at the basket and a little more consistent about that. At times, Goddard had 3 misses in a row. They had 4 misses in a row, and then another 3 in a row. Some very cold shooting, keeping them down. Lovington forcing some turnovers and making points off those turnovers, and fewer empty possessions by Lovington in that first half here.
Well, very important for the Wildcats to keep that up. I've got to think in the second half. We'll bring in the third member of the team. What did you see out of the boys in that first half, Abigail?
They kept the momentum. I'm going to say this until you're sick of hearing it, but they kept the momentum, and that's what they needed. And genuinely, if they just keep doing what they're doing, making sure that they don't go cold, especially in the third quarter, there was just a lot of, they played as a team. They really did. And that's what wins you games, really.
Okay, you were talking about consistency, and looking at their misses and makes, it does bear that out, because Lovington had 3 in a row. They never went and had more than 2 misses at the basket in a row in that first half. When they went with 2 misses, they always came back with a basket or 2 in a row, and so they are dropping shots more consistently than Goddard. Goddard just too many misses, not giving themselves second looks, and both these teams really light on rebounding, especially in that first quarter, TJ.
Well, it certainly was. That first quarter, I want to say, and I didn't write that number down, but remembering back, I think Goddard had 2 rebounds, and I think Lovington had 3.
Yeah,
so it was very light. Of course, both teams were pretty much shooting the lights out of the gym from beyond the arc in that first quarter. But going to be important for Lovington not to have that letdown here in the third quarter, as we've seen, I think, way too many times this year.
This was going to be my first point in terms of keys to the second half, is that Lovington has had way too many down third quarters on the year. They'll play really well for the first 2 or one of those first 2 and come in and just sort of lose their steam a little bit, lose their way, and have a down quarter. Now, sometimes they've been able to make it work for them in the end and not lose the game, but sometimes it has just thrown them off and allowed a stronger team to come in and take advantage of that, so they can't come out and have a flat quarter. And when you live by the 3, you die by the 3 sometimes. And right now, Criswell has 1 3 for Lovington in that first half. Valenzuela popped 2 trays. Pondo had 3 trays. And so you've got 3 Cats who are dropping the trays for a lot, and that represents a lot of the points that Lovington has on the board. So if you've got to keep your perimeter shooting hot, because what do you replace that with if you're not going to trade that for closer in shots? Lovington has the ability to muscle in, but in the lane, they haven't been as strong in the lane with their close in shooting tonight as they have in the past, TJ.
Well, they did get that going a little bit late with Cale Covington in that second half, and as they start wearing down Goddard just a little bit. The second quarter, thank you. As they start wearing down the bigs for Goddard, that should give them more opportunity to get in, and I think we saw that late in the second quarter. Could potentially see that late in the game. I think your key here, if you're Lovington, don't let the Rockets back into this when you are up big right now, but that can change in a hurry. And with that, we will put a wrap on your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. And we go to the second half right after this. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Back here at Wildcat Gym, getting ready for the start of the second half. It will be Lovington basketball as we get this one underway. Cats up 35-18. Criswell gets the inbound now to Pondo. Starters on the floor for the Wildcats. Pondo bouncing it, getting it around. Winds up with Gomez, now to Criswell. Criswell cycling right to left, uses up the dribble, now to Gomez. They'll work it to Kale on the right baseline. Little spin move working against some of the beef for the Rockets, and Castillo will get tagged for that foul. Yes, he will. That'll be his first personal, first team foul, and Covington back to the line where he is 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And he's got the best free throw percentage of anybody on the team. So I think he is.
First one is up, and that one falls off the side.
Didn't this happen like in the first quarter?
I think so, yeah.
However, Lovington has missed their first attempt at a basket and the second one too. Yep.
And the rebound by Barncastle.
Yep.
That'll be his first rebound as Barncastle to Mestis back into the front court, toss it to Barola. The head fake as he'll take it to the left wing, now back out to Mestis. Mestis works against Gomez. Donovan will on him as Barncastle will wind up with it from Mestis in the deep right corner. Mestis to Barola. Goddard doesn't have to go into speed mode yet, and hippity-hop through the lane and fouled as Mestis will tag Kale with that one. Well, that'll be the second personal on Covington. First team foul on Lovington, and Mestis heads to the line for 2, his first trip.
So maybe I should talk about percentages and see if we can reverse curse this one.
Hey, let's see.
Nope, it doesn't work. Doesn't go the other way
and
sometimes.
I don't remember what Mestis is shooting because I don't think they put their stats online.
They didn't. So. I was going to try to write those down, but they weren't available. So, nope, don't know.
And he gets them both. I think they're shooting about 70-80% actually.
All right, so this time, though,
they are against us.
They're what, 3 of...
Right now, they are 3 of 8.
3 of 8, okay. I knew they had made 3.
It'll be Pondo directing traffic, and they'll get it over to Rivero. Rivero quickly used up the dribble as they'll bounce it to Gomez. Now back to Rivero, right wing, 3 on the way. That one is off the mark, and Covington will tip it out as he battles under there with Barncastle, and Barncastle touched it last.
Yeah,
They're 30, and we have had just the 2 points, and that's it.
Rivero to inbound it. He'll toss it into Criswell. Danny will bounce it to Gomez, right corner, and he works against Sanchez, back out between the rings. Flip it around to Pondo. Micah with Mestis giving him a little bit of room. To Rivero, Mestis will pick him back up. Lovington taking their time. Criswell now work left side. 3 on the way, and bang! Put it down for Rivero. Elijah with 9 in the ball game.
His first tray of the game, though.
41-20. Lovington now up by 21 in the ball game. Or no, 38
I was
trying to
20.
add 3 there. 38-20, 18-point lead off the tip. It'll be Mestis, and wow, tic-tac coming through. They're going to get Covington.
See, you gotta watch that because I was listening to you and not watching the board, and I put that on the score bug at first, and then thought, wait a minute, that's not right.
Little wishful thinking.
They'll get there. They'll get there.
Is Covington going to stay out there with a couple of? Oh, they called that on Donovan, not on Covington. Okay.
Yeah,
but they did bring Gomez off.
Yep, they did, and they will put in Braxton Valenzuela. As work it around and toss it over. As I don't know what was going on with that one. That was almost a desperation heave, looked like, that Lovington got a hand on. So it stays Goddard basketball.
It's kind of an underhanded, hey, hope somebody is over there.
Yeah, really. So it'll be Mestis to inbound it. 3.5, 4, gets it into Barola, and he'll put up a nice little 10-foot jumper from the right baseline, and it is good. Barola now with 5 points in the contest. Pondo flipping it to Rivero, to Kale, left base, back door, up and in. Covington with 9.
And now it's 40-22.
So an 18-point lead once again to Barola. Left slot for 3. That one off the mark, and Covington says, that's mine, thank you. 6th rebound for Kale. He'll take it himself coast to coast, puts up the baby hook, no good, and nobody there to rebound except for Joaquin Sanchez. But then Lovington will steal it back as here they come. Wildcats feed it forward. Criswell up and in underhanded.
Nice work there.
So a 20-point lead for the Wildcats, trying to stretch things out with 5:18 to go in the third. NBA distance 3 up and no good. 1 and done for Mestis. And into the hands of Covington, who will leave it off for Criswell.
Although Goddard's just trying to eat into this 20-point lead with 3-pointers, and they haven't been falling.
No look pass to Pondo at the free throw line. Now to Criswell. Deep left corner. 3 on the way. No good. Covington with the rebound. The put back and count the bucket and the foul.
Nice, as he'll have a chance to go to the line.
11 points for Cale Covington in the game, and now the and one as Luck and Mosquito will check in. They're going to tag Barncastle for his second personal, second team foul on the Rockets.
And Lovington is back to doubling up Goddard here, 44-22.
As Covington will bend the knees, eyes it, skies it. The and one is off the mark, and it'll be Barola with the rebound. That'll be his second. Barola keeps himself into the front court as Perez is checked in and driving to the hoop, and a 2-shot foul. Who did they get?
Chicken.
So it'll be on Perez, his first personal. And the third team foul on Lovington. And so put Barola at the line where he is 1 of 2 on the night.
And Covington and Valenzuela in the front blocks for Lovington.
First one is up, and that one is short-armed for Barola, no good. Score remains 44-22, 4:50 to go. Must-win game for the Rockets.
Now 4:50 in the third.
4:50 in the third. I was hoping at the game.
Yeah.
Second one is up and gets that one to roll home. 6 points for Barola. 21 points up for the Wildcats. Try and trap up Chicken, and then Braxton will toss it in. Toss it, nobody home except for a Rocket.
I think he was trying for Pondo. Pondo was a little far deep in the corner.
7th turnover for the Cats to Luck, left baseline. He'll toss it up over Covington, no good, and it'll be Valenzuela with the rebound. Second for Braxton. He'll leave it off for Perez right as he crosses the timeline. Back to Valenzuela, NBA distance 3, left wing up, no good, and Sanchez with his second board. 44-23, 21-point Lovington lead as we click to the halfway mark of this third period. Barola directs traffic. Mosquita coming over, and Barola waves him off. Now to Sanchez. Toss it to Mosquita. Back to Barola, left corner. 3-ball up, no good, and it'll be Covington with another rebound. That's his 9th. He's 1 away from a double-double. Feeds it forward to a breaking Elijah Rivero, and up and in for Rivero. He's got 11 in the ball game.
5 straight missed baskets by Goddard now.
Mosquita to Sanchez, and then a timeout going to be taken by Coach Charles Gore. So with 3:45 to go here in the third period, Lovington 46, Goddard 23. We'll bring it right back. Lovington Wildcat basketball continues in a moment on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Out of the Goddard timeout, welcome back to Wildcat Gym. Lovington in the lead of this one, 46-23. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Abigail Schaus shadowing and running the camera tonight. Thanks for being with us wherever you are around Lee County, West Texas, and the world. And so Lovington will be on the defensive end here. Winner of this game will move on to play in the championship game on Friday night. We'll see if we can check on that other game for you here in just a moment. As it will be Luck with it. Chicken all over him, playing chicken with him. Now to Sanchez, over to Barola. Barola picks up the dribble, now between the rings with Mosquita. Mosquita as Perez picks him up quickly. You give Perez even a look at the basketball, he's going to swat it away. Barola tossing it over. If Chicken's 3 inches taller, he intercepts that. Back over to Barola. Now they'll get it into the deep right corner for Barncastle. 3, and that one's short, and Cale will have his 10th rebound. He's got his double-double. Tries to get Rivero breaking down, but just out of the reach of Elijah. 8 turnover for Lovington as the Cats break the pressure, but, they're going to say that Goddard got a hand on it last. Okay.
Hey.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll all take it.
And more importantly, the Wildcats will take it.
Yes, they
See
will.
if they take it to the hoop, though, off the inbound.
And so it'll be Rivero to get in, does at the 4 count, and Braxton will wind up with it off the tip, and he will toss it off of the shoulder of Sanchez.
Oh, is it Sanchez? I thought it went off Luck first. We'll see.
It'll be Lovington basketball, no matter how you look at it. And on the inbound, shot up, no good, and it'll be into the hands of Porras. That'll be his second.
No offensive rebound there either. A weakness for both teams tonight, really.
It has been. Sanchez as Cardenas checks into to Barola, to Luck, deep left corner, 3 ball on the way. It is in and out, no good, and it'll be Perez with the rebound, his 6th.
7 straight misses for
Chicken in front of the scorer's table. He finds a lane and tries the little scoop shot, no good, but Covington is there with the rebound, the putback, and he will get his own rebound, but he got fouled before the second putback. But he'll head to the line for 2 as they'll call the noggin knocker on Aiden Luck. That'll be his first personal, 3rd team foul. So Covington back at the line where he's just 1 of 4 tonight. Ouch. Very un-Kale-like from the stripe, and now 1 of 5.
You were trying to, I know you were trying to
I was trying
see if
the
you
reverse
could reverse
curse.
curse thing on this, right? Yeah. Didn't work this time, but maybe he'll go 1 of 2 here, like he did the first trip to the line.
Second one is on the way, and that is good.
There.
And we have got a barn burner on the other side of this one as there is 6 seconds left in Artesia. And Artesia right now only up by a point, and it's Portales basketball.
Wow.
Thanks to our friends at KSVP TV for that.
Very nice for them to do that.
And so it'll come to Barola, and he will pull the trigger on a long 3-pointer. No good, and it'll be Valenzuela with the rebound. Braxton with his 3rd. So back down come the Wildcats with 2:05 to go in the 3rd here. Get it over, work it around, bounce pass to Cardenas. Cardenas to Valenzuela. Over to Rivero. Casey Pack telling them, come on, boys, move around. 1:50 to go. Toss it to Covington. He'll save it to Rivero, who gets blocked from behind and taken away from him. That'll wind up as a turnover in the book of the Cats. Rivero just a little bit too deep under the bucket. To Mosqueda. He'll put up the runner from the lane. No good. Gets his own rebound, and his putback is up and good. His first points of the ball game. 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. Lovington still comfortably in control of this one.
47-25, 22-point lead.
And the crossover, Valenzuela gets it onto the baseline with Cardenas, and count the bucket and the foul.
Nice. As he's got 4 points in the game and a chance to add to it at the free throw line.
They're going to get that one on Mosqueda. That'll be his 2nd personal. 4th team foul on the Rockets. And so Cardenas at the line for a rare appearance at the stripe for Dallas.
And it's going to be, I think, Luck and
Sanchez, I think, up front as the shot is up, and Dallas rattles it home. He's got 5.
Makes it an even 50 now for Lovington.
50-25, the double up continues.
On 2-2-5-2-5 date today. So
That's
the 2s and the 5s.
And you double the 2 5s, you get 50. So
there you go.
The numbers all work. It's a little strange how that is some days.
Gotta love numerology.
No, they'll get it to Mestis, and he'll have to just save it out as Lovington collapses in on him going into the lane. Mosqueda will direct traffic. He'll flip it back to Mestis. Left wing, 3 ball up, no good. And the rebound going to be brought down by Porras, and he's going to get fouled.
By Kale.
Yep, Kale came over the top and got him in the noggin. That'll be the 3rd personal on Covington. And that'll be the 4th team foul on the Wildcats.
However, Goddard's shooting woes continue. There are, only.
First one is up, and that one will roll home for Porras. That'll be his first points in the ball game.
3 of 13 shooting from the floor in this 3rd quarter for Goddard.
So Porras made the first. He'll eye the second. Skies it up, and that one no good. It'll be Covington with another rebound. That's his 13th. He'll leave it off for Chicken. 45 seconds remaining here in the quarter. 51-26. Perez to the near side with Rivero. Sanchez on him to Covington as he runs through, gets bumped, no call, and they'll get him on the second bump from Porras. And so Kale will head back to the line. They're actually going to get, he's putting up 5-5. Oh, yeah, Gutierrez just checking into the game. I didn't catch that one. That'll be his first personal, 5th team foul. Not that it really matters with 30 seconds to go. And Covington back to the line. Cale puts up the first, and it is good. If he can find his range from the line, that would be a good thing for the Wildcats.
3 of 7 right now.
So the second shot on the way as Cale
Nice.
gets that one to fall.
3 straight baskets from the free throw line by him.
14 points for Covington in the game. 30 seconds remaining here in the third. Mosquito working against Cardenas. Has to throw it to Mestis, to Sanchez in front of the free throw line. Get around to Porras. Porras to Mestis, to Mosquito. With 14 seconds to go, back to Mestis. He'll start the drive in, leave it off. Porras, left slot, 3 ball up, no good. Rebound by Mestis, and he'll just back it out with 3, with 2, and Chicken will pick his pocket at the buzzer, and the Wildcats will head to the fourth, leading 52-26 over the Goddard Rockets. 8 minutes will decide it, and we'll get to that in 1 minute here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Back for the fourth quarter, and we have got an upset alert tonight.
Whoa.
As the Portales Rams knocked off Artesia in
Gotta
the
be
1-4
kidding me.
game. And so now Lovington would host the championship on Friday night.
Wow.
So 8 minutes to decide if Lovington is hosting the title game, up by 26. I don't think anybody saw that one coming, as that'll be a three-pointer on the way up and no good, and it'll be the rebound by Covington, his 14th.
Yeah, that was definitely a wild card.
Yes, it was. And so into the front court, it'll be Chicken, as you've got Perez, Valenzuela, Rivero, Cardenas, and Covington on the floor for the Wildcats.
Well, Lovington will play Portales, both teams, on Friday, but not at the same
Not
place.
at the same place
Not
as
at the same
Covington
place.
drives hard to the rack and up and in. So now 54-26 as Lovington draws first blood here in the fourth. So to the front court with Mosquito. And he will toss it into no man's land and into the hands of Perez. Chicken will toss it to Covington. Covington slamming it home. Left side, jam it down.
There's the dunk. There's the stuff that everybody has been waiting for from
And
him.
he took the extra half
He did,
step
to make
sure he made it.
Exactly.
To Mestis in the front court, tossing it to Gutierrez. 3-ball on the way from the right side, and Michael Gutierrez hits the 3.
Wow.
I have a feeling from the reaction of the young man filming next door to us that that's not a shot he normally takes.
Well, he
And
can
so-
be proud of it tonight, though.
Yes, he can. Something to remember is Covington will drive in and then try to pass it into the corner for Chicken and right into the hands of Mestis. And so that'll be the 10th turnover for the Cats to Sanchez. Left base and up and in.
Little cut and a nice assist there for Goddard as well, starting to move the ball a little better, although Lovington's kind of backing off a little bit, not to tight defense as they had.
56-31, Cats in the lead. Under 6 to play. They can just burn a little time here, and that's a bad turnover. 11 turnovers now for Lovington to Mestis. Hippity-hop through the lane, high off the glass and up and in. As Mestis now with 6 points, and timeout going to be taken by Coach Casey Pack. Not happy about what he's seen the last couple of times down the floor. And, actually, it's going to be Coach Gore who takes the timeout, and it will be a 60. We'll take it with him as Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball, the district tournament first round from here at Wildcat Gym. The Cats in control, 56-33 over the Goddard Rockets. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan. Abigail Schaus running camera shadowing tonight. Tiffany be keeping an eye on things in the studios back at One Radio Square. So out of the Goddard timeout, it'll be Lovington basketball as they try and put this one away. Here tonight, 5:43 remaining as the inbound will come in to Perez. Perez works against Mestis. Still in the backcourt, gets it up about the 7 count. Chicken will just back it up. Lovington can afford to burn some time. I'm not a huge fan of playing keep away for a long time, especially if you've got some open shots. I've always thought it kind of throws timing off for a lot of teams. As Chicken will back it up, toss it over to Gomez in front of the bench. Donovan, nice little crossover as he works against Castillo. Push it back out to Perez. He's going to back it up. Now come to Pondo near side. Sanchez out on him. Toss it to Gomez at the free throw line, and they'll just reset. Lovington in clock chew mode right now. Valenzuela, a little head fake. He'll take it through, and he'll go for the reverse layup. Shot up, no good, and it'll come into the hands of Porras. His 4th rebound and a foul called away from the ball. And Valenzuela, I think, just really a frustration foul. His 3rd personal, first team foul in the quarter on the Cats.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. And we talk sometimes, we sound pretty critical about players missing those really close-in shots, but the pros miss them too.
I probably couldn't make it, so I shouldn't say anything. As Sanchez, the fade away from 10, no good, and it'll be Pondo with the rebound for Micah, his first board of the ball game to go along with 11 points. No, it'll be Valenzuela with it, and he'll pull a more than NBA level 3, and it winds up being an air ball, and back to the line and over to Goddard.
I guess he thought he had the line, and he didn't. He is going to come out, and let's see who goes in as Chicken Perez goes out. And Criswell is in.
Criswell and Rivero back in for the Wildcats. So it's the starters on the floor for Lovington. Is splitting through his Mestis, and floor foul going to be called as he split through Gomez and Covington. And they're going to get it on Gomez. Donovan, his 3rd personal, 2nd team foul on Lovington. So it'll stay Goddard basketball right of their own bucket. From the right base, Mestis looks to inbound it. Toss it high into Castillo. Shot up, no good. And it'll be Rivero skies for it on the near side of the bucket. So it'll be Covington, goes to the left base and gets that one swatted away by Castillo. Stays Lovington basketball, or should. Well, no, Lovington's dropping back.
Okay.
Nope, okay. Yeah. All right, they got the memo. So the inbound, and that one almost stolen away as Covington battles with a couple of Rockets there, Barola and Castillo, to wind up with the basketball. He'll just keep it himself, gets a little screen, and he'll spin to the hoop and up and in.
Nice little behind-the-back dribble as well on the way in that spin. Good ball control.
20 points for Covington in the ball game. As Barola, a long 3-pointer from the right wing, no good, and Covington has rebound number 15. Cale will just leave it off, and then they'll give it to Criswell. Criswell across the timeline to Cale with 3:38 to go, a 25-point Wildcat lead. To Gomez to the right elbow, toss it out to Pondo, now to the right base with Covington. Covington up off the glass and good. Covington with 22 now. Lovington stretching it out.
Threatening to make this a 30-point ball game here.
Yes, they are.
Soon.
And an NBA distance 3 and bang for Mestis.
Huh. It's his first tray of this game at least.
He's got 9 points in the ball game.
Wow.
Criswell to the front court, 60-36. Lovington in command of this one, trying to put paid to the Rockets season as Cale gets Bumped, loses the basketball. That'll be the 12th turnover for the Cats. Back the other way, and Sanchez will miss the wide open runner, and tracking it down will be Rivero on the near side. Elijah to the front court, weaves through, and he'll underhand scoop it and miss it, but Chris will play in trailer. Danny comes right up the slot and will put it home. 62-36, 7 points for Criswell now in the game.
Lovington still has yet to miss 3 baskets in a row.
And Barola from the left corner for 3, and that one is good. He's got 9 in the ball game as looks like the white flag getting ready to be raised by Coach Gore.
Well, Lovington has backed way off of their defensive pressure in the last, few minutes of this game.
And timeout going to be taken by Coach Casey Pack. 2:13 remaining here in this ball game, and it is just a 30, so we'll keep it right here. Winner of this ball game, if it is Lovington, and I think it's pretty safe that they're going to hold on, as that game will be here on Friday night, as the Portales Rams going to be coming to town as Portales pulls the 4-1 shocker over the Artesia Bulldogs.
That is amazing.
And so that is actually what Lovington wanted to hear, because if they can take Portales, it might, and I stress might, just get them high enough to get the home game coming up next week in the first round of the playoffs. But they're going to have to pretty much take it to Portales, I think, to get it.
They really weren't in control of their own destiny. They not only needed to win this game, but they needed some help from somebody else, and they got it in the form of Portales pulling the upset.
And they may still need some more help, as both teams have sent in the bench. Except for Rivero. He stays in, gives it to Contreras. Back to Rivero. Criswell stays out there too. Bounce it to Chase Terrell. Chase, the little push shot from 10 is good. The junior off the bench. Tight end on the football team. Back up forward here on the basketball team to Philip Lopez. Lopez in the game, and he'll put up the 10-foot runner, and it's good. 1:43 remaining in the season for Goddard, more than likely.
64-41 the score here.
And so they'll give it to Terrell. He'll toss it back to Criswell. Ooh, almost in the backcourt. Danny with it, gets it bumped away by Lopez, who dives to the floor, and they call the tip, as it'll be Casadas who will work it up. Now they'll get it to a wide open Elijah Rivero, and bang! 14 points for Rivero. His second tray of the ball game. In Lovington cruising 67-41.
Yeah, 26-point lead here.
Lopez behind the back will get it over to Luck. Luck the spin move at the left elbow. Almost gets swatted away by Terrell. Back to Luck to Andres, and his shot up, no good. And it'll be another rebound there for Rivero, his 4th. So Elijah crossing the timeline to Criswell. Hand it off to Contreras. Contreras to Casadas, toss it in. Contreras, left base, shot up, no good. Contreras gets the rebound. His putback is not going to fall, and then Goddard will come away with it in the form of Mosqueda. 30 seconds remaining in this one. The Cats moving on to the 4-4A championship game on Friday night, 6 o'clock, right here at Wildcat Gym, and a foul going to be called as Lopez goes hippity-hopping through the lane. Is on the floor, though.
It was on Casadas.
Going to get it on Criswell.
Oh, Criswell. 23, not 23.
It'll be his first personal. 3rd team foul is on the floor. So Goddard.
Casadas isn't even on there.
Yeah, well, so I'm just looking at the 3. I'm seeing the 3 and not the 23.
There he is, 30.
So, yeah, 30 Casadas. And 23 not on the Gomez, not out there.
As Peyton Hernandez gets his first action
now 2
of
is
the night.
Out there.
Yeah.
So you got the 2 and the 3. Okay, makes it 23 together.
We'll go with it.
Yeah.
And so Mosqueda gets it on the inbound. He'll toss it back out to Blade Andrus. Andrus from about 15 foot puts up a long one and is going to get tagged. So he'll head to the line to shoot 2 as they'll whistle that one on Danny Criswell. Second personal. 4th team foul on the Wildcats.
Yeah, less than 16 seconds on the clock left to play in this game, though.
Blade Andreas at the line, and he gets the first, so he'll wind up in the scorebook. Goddard will drop to 11 and 15 on the season, and that will probably do it unless there is a whole lot of weirdness that goes on. Second one missed. Andreas gets his own rebound. His putback no good, and then it'll be Luck who winds up with the rebound, and he'll take it up and in on the reverse layup with 5 with 4. with 3, with 2 into the front court with Criswell with 1, and he'll put up a floater at the buzzer, no good, and the Lovington Wildcats victorious tonight. Final 67-44, and punch their ticket through to the 4-4A District Tournament Championship. We'll be back with your Western States Insurance postgame report right after this as Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
It's me, Sammy Sludge. I'm the sludge inside your pipes, your toilet pipes, bathroom sink pipes, even your kitchen sink pipe. I'm inside and outside causing all sorts of problems. Plumbing problems? Call the Master. Master Plumbers, serving households in Lee County and West Texas for over 20 years. Tell Sammy Sludge you called the Master. Master Plumbers, 397-9385.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back as the Wildcats are victorious tonight over the Rockets. Our final 67-44 with Dawn Morgan. I'm TJ Miracle. Abigail Schaus shadowing, running camera tonight as the Wildcats victorious. Of course, this is your Western States Insurance postgame report as Lovington will punch their ticket into the championship round, Dawn.
Yeah, it's awesome. They will have a chance to go in now after that upset that you caught. Did somebody report that, or you were just looking at the?
I just checked
the video.
The score.
Checked the score because it had been close at one point. Portales, of course, was in danger of upsetting them, and then they ended up doing just that. Final score again.
6 seconds left in the ball game, and Portales cashed it in at the very end.
Wow!
And the final in that one was 58-57 Portales. So,
wow.
Final look at the numbers in this one. Leading scorer for the Goddard Rockets was Josiah Castillo as he finishes up with 11 on the night. Barola and Mestis each with 9 points on the evening. 6 of 13 from the free throw line for the Rockets. As we'll turn it over, take a little more complete look at it for our Lovington Wildcats. We've got 3 Cats in double figures tonight, led by Cale Covington. 22 points for Cale to go along with 15 rebounds. 14 points, Elijah Rivero. He also chipped in 4 boards. 11 points, Micah Pondo tonight. He also had a rebound in this one. As we look at the other numbers, 7 points for Danny Criswell, then you had 6 for Braxton Valenzuela, 5 points Dallas Cardenas, and then 2 points for Chase Terrell. As we mentioned, Covington with 15 rebounds, 34 rebounds as a team for Lovington as they doubled up the squad tonight off of the boards. So nice job, Lovington, 7 of 12 from the free throw line. 12 turnovers, but it is what it is. You know, not too bad at all. And you got the victory. That's the most important thing at the end.
Yeah, and you know what? We talked a little bit about Lovington at halftime. Lovington coming out and not wanting a slow third quarter, right? Well, they didn't have a slow third quarter. They didn't have a slow quarter at all tonight, and they were consistent. But who had the really slow third quarter? And it was Goddard. Goddard shot only 3 of 14 in that third quarter, and then 8 of 16 in the fourth. We'll talk more about that. But first, we've got Coach Casey Pack up to talk with us. Congratulations.
Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation time. Yeah. So, Casey, that was a big one. The guys came out and looked like almost from the opening gun. They were ready to play tonight.
Yeah, we were ready. And actually, the first half, we shot the ball well. I mean, how many threes did we hit that first half?
In the first half,
1,
you
2,
had
3, 4, 5, 6, 6.
6.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's real good. We're finally finding our little rhythm. And the great thing is Portales upset Artesia, so we're playing right here Friday night.
You got your home game.
I was just going to ask you about that.
Now, if we can make it a home game in the first round of the state tournament. That'd be awesome. But yeah, very good. You had a couple more threes in that second half, but that third quarter was really a big one for you.
Yes. We got down, started getting Kel some touches, started opening up our offense. That once we started extending the lead, now they're starting to panic up a little bit, and they shoot the ball well, but it got tight for them.
Well, it did, and you kept the defense on them, forcing more turnovers. Did a great job tonight on the glass too. Sometimes I know, especially when teams like Goddard who have a little bit of height, sometimes you guys have struggled a little bit. Not tonight. You doubled them up.
Yes, that's awesome. I mean, I told our seniors that might be our last home game, so let's make sure we take care of business. And then the Stars are lining up for us this year. I just we'll see what happens. We still might get a home game for state.
That's true. You never know. And you should be happy. Played well, executed well. You guys never missed more than 2 baskets in a row from the floor, not counting free throws. It was really good.
Yeah.
Nice execution.
So just exactly what you wanted to do tonight. So how do you keep this momentum going into Friday night now?
Well, this is Portales. This is our third time playing
I shouldn't
Portales.
ask that question,
yeah,
I know. But
the good thing about Portales, it's hard to get up for a team the third time, but this is a different because now we're playing for a district tournament championship and maybe move up. So our guys will be ready.
So, given the 2 teams, Artesia or Portales, who would you rather be playing here in this gym? Are you happy it's Portales and not Artesia? What do you think?
Well, the thing about it is Artesia wins, we go to Artesia, and that,
Sure.
But hey, I'll take anybody coming here for it.
You bet.
We're 8-2 now here, so.
So you think it really doesn't matter the team as long as you're home? You've got a bigger advantage.
We got a bigger advantage.
It's all right. So
that's why I hope it goes to our favor now. We're on a roll now, so the 3 make it 4. Maybe the coaches poll will help us in our favor because it's a biased Albuquerque, and we all know they don't handle the South well.
Oh, I'm supposed to say this. I'm crossing my arms and saying, no, Casey, there's no bias at all, Coach Pack. Okay, I have done my due diligence for the NMAA, and so maybe I won't get the nasty gram.
And actually, Coach, that's one of the nicest, most diplomatic ways that I've ever heard anybody say that, including among us.
Yes,
so.
I've been here 6 years and I know how it works, so I was like, hey, guys, let's get ready on the bus and let's go play whoever they want to put us against.
Well, you had a nice point differential tonight in that, and you still managed to get bench in for the last 2 minutes of the game and give them some time on the court as well.
Yes.
And, man, talk about your younger players. Talk about Chicken Perez and Braxton Valenzuela coming in as 8th graders and wow, and doing. I can't believe. I think they executed and really contributed significantly to this team. What do you think?
Oh, no, I know Chicken's one of the best little point guards as an 8th grader I've seen in a long time. And Braxton's definitely one of the best shooters I've seen. He just, at times you got to get in a little bit of rhythm and offense. Don't just – and he can get downhill too,
Sure.
So, he come out on fire. he hit 3. Or Micah hit 3, and how many?
Yeah, Micah hit 3 in a row.
And then Braxton hit 2. So, we were.
Yep, and Braxton hit 2 in a row in that first half.
So it's just as 8th graders, they're going to learn, and they're great players. They're 2 of the best I've seen in a long time at their level.
Well, they've really made it easy for people to not criticize you
yes.
for that call and bringing those younger players. And as a coach, you're taking a chance when you do that. You're sticking your neck out, and those players have really helped you by coming through.
Yes.
Right? Yep.
Yeah, they come off the bench and do a great job. So.
Well, and a great team effort tonight all around. So, all right, I guess we'll send the flowers to Portales and thank them for knocking off Artesia. We'll be here.
Yeah,
be back
I'm going to send some roses to Artesia, too.
I like that idea, too.
Some black roses. All right, y'all have a great night.
Oh, boy.
You as well. Coach Casey Pack joining us with our Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation here in your Western States Insurance postgame show. So they're getting ready to start turning the lights off on us. We better wrap it up. Final thoughts here, Dawn.
We're just going to mention that shooting from the floor, looking at the whole thing, Goddard shot 19 of 52 from the floor, not counting free throws tonight. And they had a lot of looks at the basket, but their cold shooting really didn't help. And intensive pressure and good defense by Lovington was, to blame for some of that. But Lovington, so consistent again. They shot 31 of 58 from the floor. Again, a lot of looks at the basket, but they made so many more of those. And by doing that, they give themselves a lot more opportunities. Not a lot of offensive rebounding, only 4 by each team in the whole game. But Lovington didn't end up needing that, so it's okay. No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul, and you get a big win, and you're back here on Friday night. So as we get ready for Friday night, there will be 2 games. They'll both be at 6 o'clock. Lovington girls on the road in Portales, and good luck on Friday night, Abigail.
Yeah.
With that, and of course, Dawn, you'll be there.
I will.
One of us will be there with that game, and then that'll be on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. So the girls' game on Lovington Sports YouTube.
Okay.
The boys' game will be on Lee County News and Sports YouTube. Both those games at 6 o'clock on Friday night.
And the Lovington girls, of course, winning earlier, 43-38 final score. A closer game, but still a good win for Lovington to put them in that championship game. And tonight, the final 67-44 for Lovington over Goddard, as far as the boys go.
So 2 big wins for tonight, and the Wildcats heading to the championship in the district tournament title games on Friday. So for Tiff and Evie back in studio, engineering, producing, and keeping an eye on things, for Abigail Schaus shadowing tonight and running camera, for Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Wildcat Gym. This has been an exclusive presentation of No Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. This has been your Western States Insurance Postgame Report. Good night.